KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside, the after party. But it's before. With Ethan and Alex on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Keary. Thanks for tuning in today. And Alex, you know what I want to do this first segment? I just want to lean on KSL TV a little bit. Can we just let them provide a little bit of our content?
What did they, hold on, what'd they do?
Let's just watch one of the TV stories.
Listen, I'm all for it because if it's less work for you and I,
we'll watch it
what we like to do
together.
is we like to let our TV colleagues do all the work and then we go, I've got something to say about this.
So this is happening down in American Fork where there's a big new construction project that's got people all kinds of upset. Now, this is a Dan Rascon story.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you may know Dan Rascon as Utah's most popular 4th of July float man.
Yeah, that's how Dan's been here a long time, and Dan has I don't know a soul who doesn't love Dan Rascon. And then when you get out among the people, it's even more so. And then you're like, oh boy.
We did the KSL float at the Provo 4th of July.
Freedom Festival.
Why can't they just say 4th of July?
They just call it Freedom Festival. Well, because they're free. They're celebrating freedom. I think 4th of July was trademarked, isn't it?
I bet you Freedom Festival is.
Well, it is now by the people of Provo. There's 250,000 people who showed up to that
I don't know why Provo's too good to celebrate July 4th.
Well, because they have Freedom Festival wrapped up. It's its own thing, and it's 250,000 people show up for it to get off their back. And you experienced it for the first time this year, so don't act like it's brand new and they should call it 4th of July. Freedom Festival, that's it. That's the end of it.
Anyway, we were there on that float, and what we discovered is it is actually not the KSL float. It's the Dan Rascon float featuring KSL.
Well, Dan Rascon float featuring Mike Hedrick of KSL. And then you and I were on the back.
We were security.
That was good. All right. What are we watching then here? I got to see, this story.
This is a story about a neighborhood that is upset about what's being built in their
All right, let's check it out.
Backyard.
I love controversy.
Project. Well, suddenly what happened here was that it was popping up in a Lehi and American Fork neighborhood, now blocking the views for some homeowners. It's creating quite the stir out there. News specialist Dan Rascon's been looking into this. And Dan, this is huge, isn't it?
Yes, this is a huge construction project. We're talking about a building 35 feet tall. Many of the neighbors showed up here in American Fork to a city council meeting to get their voices heard. They say this building just came out of nowhere.
We love the neighborhood. Our neighbors are great.
A beautiful Lehi neighborhood with incredible views of Mount Timpanogos. That is until you walk around to the backyards.
We woke up last Thursday morning to absolutely tall beams coming up.
A huge backyard construction project that is supposed to be 35 feet tall.
Wow.
And more than 11,000 square feet.
We're all just kind of just dumbfounded. Like,
what is it?
is happening right now? Nobody had any
It's
notice.
a regular person's house?
Or in shock.
In horror. I was sobbing as it just kept getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, your mountains are gone.
It's hard to comprehend how big it is.
And to have it right by our fences, it's like there goes all of our sunlight, and we're super just bummed.
The project was actually approved back in April at an American Fork Development Review Committee meeting. These are the artist renderings of what it's supposed to look like.
So what is that?
Tonight,
The parcel that was approved was actually the incorrect parcel.
Dale Stewart and other neighbors came back to fight it. The mayor telling us they just learned about the size of this project and plan to look into it. Meanwhile, neighbors plan to fight this to the very end.
If you woke up one day to this,
it's like Top Golf.
What did you fight to?
It is so huge.
We tried everything to get a hold of the homeowner that's building this project, from knocking on the door to phone calls to text messages. They never responded. The city's saying they're going to be looking into this, but they say if it was approved and everything checks out, then construction can continue.
You know what's funny?
Well,
I will say this, and Dan, we appreciate the story. Here's what I'll say is that file this under stuff that I would have never even ever thought about, and now these are the things as a homeowner that are infuriating. Like you can understand, like, so it looks like, from what the looks of it, and people are listening on the radio and they're going, I can't see what they're talking about. 35-foot beams. I want you to imagine, you said it looks like Top Golf. That's a great, like a miniature
like
Top Golf.
Yeah.
Like just like those tall beams that are going up and they're all the way across. There's no other part of the structure right now. It looks like there's some framing that's going up, but it looks to be like just a homeowner building in their backyard area, like a massive outbuilding They said it's going to be 11,000 square feet. To do 11,000 square feet and 35 feet tall, you're talking about a barn, this is like a horse arena, right? So, I mean, if you're doing something that big and that huge and that tall, what are you putting in there? Because it's in a residential area right there. That's the problem. But again, you know what's funny about this is that these are things that I never cared about. Like, if somebody brought this story up and I was 24 and I was about to graduate from college and they're like, hey, what do you think about this? I'd be like, yeah, everybody just needs to chill out, man. Like, who cares? Like, it's free country, man. But the thing is that you look at it and the way they film the story, at least I was like, I'm infuriated for this neighborhood because their mountains are, you can see the mountains in the background and exactly where this building will cover up every view that they've all had, because they can still see through the beams right now and see the mountains, and you're like, oh, these are gone in 6 months. Now, this is when it's really funny, because then the city's like this. We actually don't know what you're talking about, but we approved of it. Yeah, we approved it.
Wow, I did the first time hearing of it.
Mayor's like, that tall? Wow, who approved this? They're like, you guys. Okay, well, we're gonna have to look into it. The person building it, by the way, big brain move. Don't answer any calls. Don't answer any calls. Don't talk, because you're only gonna get yourself. You're already enemy number one. There's nothing you could say and be like, we went through all the proper processes. All we're doing is building a small children's hospital here in the back. I'm trying to figure out what they're going to say that people are going to be okay with. No one is going to be okay with this.
You know what it looks to me like? So the drawings are at KSL.com. And I think it depends on how they finish this building, but it does... It looks like
it gives massive.
It's kind of a barn dominium kind of thing, because they've got one part that has these garage doors, big roll up garage doors. One looks to be regular size. The other looks to be big, like RV
huge,
size.
Tall. Yeah.
And it's a 2-story thing with an enormous roof, and then it looks like it looks like it might be like a combo barn residence,
right?
And this is, you know what else it looks like? It looks like it might be like one of those kind of corrugated metal buildings.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, as an outbuilding, it's definitely not like it's not a home. Initially, I thought, maybe a home is getting
I think it might be a home. I think it might be a home.
No, it's no.
No, I do, because
it could be like a shop.
That's what I think it is. I think it's attached to it, because they said we got in contact with the homeowner, because they're building it on the back part of a parcel right there. And I'm assuming that the main house is on there, and that these people are going to be. But by the way, I'm also jealous of this building too. Like, I want all this space.
It's got an upstairs, and so one of the things that's kind of popular, because we're going through kind of a country fetish kind of
there are
moment in the United States.
There are properties like this down there.
Everyone wants to live Yellowstone. Even if they live in Lehi, and so.
Oh, you mean the Duttons? You mean my cousins?
And so, these kind of barndominiums are kind of big, and that's why I wonder about it, because there's obviously a second floor.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they're intending that to be a residence or maybe an Airbnb or something like that.
Well, as the shop. like a sexy horse glamping situation,
or just an Airbnb in that area. I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
it might be really nice inside.
I hope that they do have a technicality like that they were caught on, where they go, no, you guys asked for the wrong parcel to be approved on. Because I'm trying to picture, both you and I, if a neighbor put up, so we went through this summer, we put a shed up. And the shed,
how dare you?
I know, we put a this is a 10-foot. I think the part of the roof is 12 feet, the tallest part. Mm-hmm. But it's also being built like in a lower part of the thing. And the neighbors that are right behind us are good friends of ours. They were, until we put the shed up. No, mm-hmm. we were out there, and we're out on their back deck, and their back deck is elevated. And I was like, we were freaked out about this shed. We don't want to like cause anything weird or whatever. They go, no, it's you guys' yard. We're like, whatever. And it's a shed. It's a Costco shed.
Yeah.
That somebody comes and puts in. And from their deck, it didn't make, like, their view of like the mountains and the trees and stuff are still 100% there. And at the very bottom of that view is the top of our shed.
Yeah.
And I was still weirded out by it. But a neighbor putting up a 35-foot wall or 35-foot structure, and it's not just 35 feet tall. It's also, it looks like it's probably about 100 feet long. I mean, that is a very, very long structure. So
Code Monkey makes this point in the chat. He says, the interesting part of the building in American Fork is that American Fork City approved the permit, but the people complaining live in Lehi since the property is on city border. Oh, that's interesting.
See, now we're throwing in that wrinkle.
That's a twist.
That's how they sneak it by. No, you want to take this up with Lehi. That's what American Fork said. No, you got to take this up with Lehi. Because this building has is actually mostly in Lehi.
He also goes on to say the same thing from Code. He says, looks like it's a building to park the guy's RV and boat in with extra space for either shop tools or rec area. And I think that's right. I think it's
indoor pickleball. That's
but it wouldn't surprise me because there's obviously a second floor, and I bet that's some kind of residence. I really bet it is. It could be like for visitors, like when their kids, if they have older kids and things like that. But,
hey, keep the fight. Try to make sure, because look, there's just no reason that the guy got it approved, and he probably was like, "Ooh, I can't believe we got this thing approved."
Hurry.
Yeah.
Hurry,
And then they're
build
building this thing. I mean, nothing is going to be cheap about taking those beams down either, if there's going to be a beam taking down ceremony. So
I think so we went through a process when I was living in Midvale. And there was some area that was some retail and things like that had kind of closed up shop, but then got repurposed. And the city redid its master plan, but then came to regret some of it. And I talked with a bunch of people, in the city council and things like that. And this affected our little neighborhood. And they said, you know what? If we could have foreseen this, we would have done this master plan differently.
A lot differently,
because this is not what we wanted to have happen. Because,
I could see you doing.
And it was super frustrating because, then you have these guys come in and they're. I mean, these people seem to be residents, but the problem we ran into in our neighborhood was these guys were from out of state.
Yep.
They bought the property. They don't care how any of it turns out. Mm-hmm. They've got their own, their own deal going, and the city ended up saying, there's nothing we can do. We really wish that we'd done this differently, but it's too late now. They already bought the property. They've already got all this, and we can't do anything about it unless they voluntarily abandon it, And it was really, really frustrating, and I get it. I get how frustrating that can be. I think that Utah County is learning some hard lessons right now. Because
of how just the crazy boom of how big everything's getting and how fast everything's growing.
And Utah County always prioritized, no, we don't want to change this is our kind of semi-rural family priority life. And so they never wanted to take any of this seriously.
Right.
They never would, and they never did. And then now that place is just a complete disaster. They don't have the roads they need. They don't have anywhere to build the roads. The addresses are crazy. I mean, it's this slapdash thing of these cities who were never willing to sit down and think it through, and now they're dealing with the consequences. And I think this is part of it where no one ever thought, hey, you know what? Let's come together and figure this out.
Hey, remember when we did the story? Remember we did the story and then it turned into Utah County slander from Ethan?
Well, but I
don't ever drive past 45th South, and this is the reason why.
I feel like people in Utah County understand what I'm saying, that there was a time when they could have kind of sat down and said, hey, one day this valley is going to be full of people. What's that going to look like? And they never did. It was always, we're here, you're here, we're here. This is always going to be a horse pasture. This is a family thing. That's how we want to do it. We want to keep it. And you can't keep it unless you plan to keep it. You know what I mean? And
Millard.
You can. There are cities and towns around who stick their elbows out and they say, this is what we want to preserve. These are the rules in place. We're sorry if it hurts people's feelings, but we're going to enforce this and we're going to suffer the consequences. But they never even did anything like that. It was just like there was this weird thing where, and it's not just Utah County, in a lot of places too, where we said, we want to keep our family rural feel. Also, we'd like to welcome all the development and all the economic development. And you can't, they're learning hard lessons now.
Millard, we got to move on to the next one here. And I put this, I found this story and I thought it was interesting that the term Micro-Cation was used on this. Now, it gives a list of basically really great road trips, and all of them are super far away, so there's nothing micro about it. Mm-hmm. And so I think that we could come up with something here Because the term micro-cation, I think that means like what, a staycation essentially, or even something that you could get to within a 5 or 6 hour drive. And
well, I'll give you a definition.
Tell me what the definition of micro-cation is, because for you and I have gotten to the point now where we don't. I don't like the idea of going on a road trip.
It's this. A micro-cation is a short leisure trip that lasts for 4 nights or fewer and typically takes place more than 100 miles from home.
Okay, so it's not even a drive. It's not even a driving thing. But I would say that I'm going to ask.
This is a road trip.
But that's what I'm going to ask you: is the road trip dead? Are you guys road trippers ever again?
I don't know. Part of the problem we have is that everything is so darn far away from Salt Lake.
And you also don't have, like, you guys were a minivan family for a while, and now the minivan lifestyle is out, which means road tripping actually is not as. So I would think that road tripping is not nearly as. Like, if I had to do it in just a sedan, it wouldn't be fun. Obviously, and we'd have to take 2 cars to road trip, right now.
So we did, our last road trip was to Disneyland and back. That was earlier this year. And we rented an Expedition for it.
How did you guys do? How did the kids do in the car?
It was amazing. Those Expeditions are so huge.
But but I'm just saying, like,
it was fun for me.
The driving 12 hours to get there, because that's essentially what you're doing, 10 hours, right?
It was fun. It was fun for me. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed having the family all together like that. I did enjoy it. So I do like road trips. It's a little hard to do because, in the Midwest, you can road trip to another city. And you can go in fact, I was chatting with a guy yesterday, and he and his wife flew to Chicago, and they went to Chicago. And then I discovered, as he was describing it, they rented a car, and they also visited Indianapolis, Cincinnati.
Right. At some point, you start being able to get to all the things at once. We have a little bit more of a stretch out here.
That's a proper road trip.
Yeah, but people want a road trip here. People want a road trip to here. I say here, like, all of our southern Utah kind of sites, but also there are parts of Montana that you could go to that are amazing. You could go to, and so for me, I'm wondering what a legitimate micro-cation looks like for the Keary family, because I don't know what a road trip looks like right now for us. And road tripping was actually the only way that we took vacations when I was a kid.
Let me ask you this. So let's say you guys are going to do a micro-cation, which is a silly word, and we should stop using it.
I'm going to keep using it because they're like, hey, it's 2026. Let's say something new. Yeah.
It's not a road trip, you guys. It's a micro-cation.
Micro-cation.
Let's say you wanted it to be within 2 hours. You wanted to be able to drive within 2 hours, and you could stay for 3 or 4 days.
No, 2 hours is not.
Because where do you end up?
It's not micro enough. That's still too macro for me. I think that micro would more be like.
2 hours is nothing.
Huh?
2 hours is nothing.
But that's not micro. That's not micro.
So you want
know what micro is?
minutes?
So 4 hours.
I'm going to go to Ethan's house.
No.
That's a micro-cation. I would stay at your place.
Let's say 4 hours.
Yeah, because 2 hours isn't going to get you even out of the state of Utah.
Then where does 4 hours get you?
4 hours gets you.
Partway into Idaho.
Yeah, no,
partway into Nevada.
We're a St. George family. We like to go to St. George, and so St. George would probably be it.
So but that's
not
something else.
Okay, sorry.
Because you go to St. George anyway. So I'm talking about you're going to take some family someplace new. 4 hours.
4 hours away. Gosh, what direction is there even? I mean, I guess it's Boise. It's got to be Boise.
Boise's not 4 hours.
It's like 4.5 to 5. I'd go the extra hour to go to Boise. They got that Costco.
They got all those potatoes.
I think Albertsons is still there. I like that grocery chain.
Boise.
There actually is not a place 4 hours. You know what?
You could go to Yellowstone. It's probably maybe close to 5.
Yeah. So Yellowstone, we've actually thought of doing like the Yellowstone thing, driving out there, staying in like a little cabin. Yeah, Yellowstone is the new. Yeah, that would be the one for us. But micro-cation wise, like I think that, and how far is too far on a road trip now? Because when we were kids, we would go Dallas to Seattle every 2 or 3 years. We would go Dallas to Salt Lake or Dallas to Idaho for like a family reunion. Like that was almost every year, it felt like. And that's a 20 to 24 hour drive.
That's a road trip.
That is like legit. And you had to steel yourself and freaking get ready mentally for that kind of thing. My kids wouldn't be able to do 20 hours in the car.
Dude, so Old Faithful Geyser from my house.
How long?
Is 5 hours and 46 minutes.
Yeah, it's a long drive. But don't people?
Well, I just looked up Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah, if you want to get to West Yellowstone,
but it was
it's not nearly
almost
as
5
bad.
hours. It was 4:42 from right here.
Island Park, Idaho, that kind of place. Go up to like what's their fake?
I don't have Island Park money.
No, okay.
I don't have Island Park
then
money.
you definitely don't have Ketchum and Sun Valley money either.
But I got Old Faithful Geyser money.
Yeah. Just don't slip in there. You'll melt.
Yeah, don't
fall in
step
it.
off of the boardwalk.
No.
Areas. People.
I'm surprised.
Don't go next to the bicycle.
Every year.
Don't get in the geyser. Is that what you're saying?
Don't get in the geyser.
These are good tips. I appreciate
Hey,
this.
if you're going on the Micro-Cation to Yellowstone, these are not hot springs that you get in to feel good in. You will melt. You'll be dissolved. I mean, they actually say it on the thing. You will be dissolved.
I feel like a road trip is worth it to me if it's more than like 2 nights stay, because I don't like say I'm going to Vegas. I will drive it. It's not that far. But if I'm only staying like 1 night, that's a lot.
It's a hard thing to
I
drive
would
for
rather
the full...
fly and get more time in the place I'm at.
And a flight to Vegas is still like relatively like, hey, I found an $89 one-way thing.
Yeah,
you can still can still do that. There's no version because Caitlin's doing exactly what I do when I go, we should take a road trip. And then we start having this discussion because I'll tell you what a fun place is. It's 8 or 9 hours away, but it's Palm Springs. Have you and Emily done Palm Springs?
Yeah, we went there with some friends several years ago.
I like Palm Springs,
man.
man.
Neat. It's good.
I like Palm Springs.
But it's really far.
And it's kind of hot, and it's really hot. But you know what we ended up doing?
I didn't enjoy the drive.
The drive is very deserty. I've done it a couple times where I'm like, oh, and then the payoff is you're at Palm Springs, and that's a fun thing. We did the flight one time, and we ruined it. We can't drive again because the airport there is kind of half outdoor. You fly in, and you get out of the plane, and you're like outdoors. The terminal is outdoors still.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm not talking about walking out on the tarmac. I'm saying you get out of the jetway, and it's like an open concept, and there's birds flying around.
There's one like that in Southern California. There's an airport like that, like the
John Wayne or something like that.
Yeah, the baggage. I remember the baggage pickup was outside.
Yeah, and they do that kind of stuff, and then you go, this was an hour and 21-minute flight to get here. We drove 10 hours to get here the first time.
I like Palm Springs, but there's a reason why I haven't been back.
It's hot as crud.
No, it's not that.
Oh,
it's not that.
If you say something about the old people, then that's you're mean.
Not the old people.
Okay.
Because I'm entering that territory aggressively. Entering that Palm Springs territory.
Okay.
It's not that. It is. So there's the long drive, which is not very fun.
Yeah, it's a long, and it's very deserty, like I said, because kind of back roady.
And because it's Palm Springs, there are no cheap flights.
No, we've gotten away with some. Southwest has flights.
I know they have flights.
I don't remember it being extremely expensive.
But I've looked periodically because I would love to go back there, and I've never been able to really find one where I'm like, yeah, this works.
You're probably trying to go down there during like the Indian Wells like tennis tournament or something.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a huge like international tennis tournament there in Palm Springs, and it happens every year, and it's crazy. It's huge. All right. Millard, next one. I'm just saying Micro-Cations. I'll take your suggestions in the comments of places where I can go within a 4-hour drive here in Utah that is not St. George.
All right. We've got a new Guinness World Record holder. Judi Oyama has the record for the oldest competitive female skateboarder on Earth. Over 50 years ago, she started skateboarding, and she is still doing it.
Well, let's have a look
She has been doing professional competitions for decades.
My name is Judi Oyama, and I got the Guinness World Record for oldest competitive skateboarder female.
Nice.
Yeah.
She's 66.
I've skated since 1973. I've competed since 1975.
Wow.
My greatest success was thinking I was going to place last, and the first day I got a 3rd place in a medal.
51 years she's been professional. 51 years. That's crazy.
Looks really fun. So she actually...
you know what that lady's not going to do is die soon. She's going to be 104.
Here's the thing, though, is that as she continues to participate in these competitive events, she continues to break her own record. So she's the current record holder. She's actually held it for a couple of years.
Yeah, I was going to say
she's held it since 2024 at the age of 64 years and 326 days. And then, so basically every time she's older and competes in a new competitive event, she resets the record.
Could there ever be anything from a physical standpoint that you could... That's a dumb question. You and I both know the answer is no for both you and I. We could never be the oldest competitive fill in the blank anything.
Well, how interested are people in competitive sitting?
Ethan, what was your thing yesterday that you admitted to? I enjoy translating things from Romanian. I'm the oldest.
I translate history books
from Romanian to English, or is it the other way around?
No, from Romanian to English.
Gosh, that is. I can hear the clock that ticks in the room that you do this in. Tick, tick.
Look,
and then I can just, and then
got
I
their
see,
things.
and then I see Emily walk by the room and just roll her eyes. Oh my gosh!
You know what? Everyone has a thing. I've got a lamp.
I told my wife yesterday. We had this discussion about hobbies, and you and I, we could never do something. Well, I already told you guys I'm going to be dead at 67.
No.
We
just don't need to.
I'm not trying to manifest it. I'm just telling you that this is how it works because that's 22 years from right now. I've had a good run. And you and I realized yesterday that our jobs are kind of hobbies.
Yeah, this job is kind of a hobby.
And that's awesome.
Great.
It's awesome. It is because you know what I do? I decide to get stressed out at home instead because I don't get as stressed here.
Mm-hmm.
So I decide to get stressed at home.
So you go home and freak out?
Yeah, I have middle managers that report to me. They're my children. But like at home, we have 7 freaking kids. And so there's no place for anything else except for just trying to survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I decided yesterday that this is our hobby. You and I, this is our hobby. It just so happens that people pay us for it. We don't have time for like regular stuff. There's no fantasy football for me. I enjoy golf. I cannot justify even paying like to go 2 or 3 times a week. To go once a week is too much for me. And because I feel guilty about being gone for that 5 hours. Plus, I don't know where to jam it in now. Where would I go 5 hours? Where would I find 5 hours in a week?
Why is it 5 hours? Is that normal?
If you looked under the bed?
For the 5 hours? Why is it 5 hours, Caitlin? And that's actually a low end for so many guys who go out with their friends and they golf.
Well, maybe you could find
it's a 7 a.m. tee time.
Something else.
They get there at like 6:40 and it's there. They leave the house at 6 and then they end up getting home at like 2 or 3.
Well, what about mini golf?
Okay, now it is shorter.
I feel like Caitlin's making some great points here.
She's making fun of us is what it is.
Find 1 hour a day for your hobby.
For your mini golf.
Go to the driving range. Is that what it's called?
Also not that fun.
Okay.
Because it's not competitive. That's like going, hey, go bowl, but with the bumpers up.
Maybe you should try
as your new hobby. No, I would fall.
She did say it, like she was asked how she the advice. She's like, as long as you're physically able,
no reason
not to skate. And I'm like, that's not the best advice for everybody because if I got on one, I would break my
tailbone.
No,
Ethan and I are not physically able to do it.
I would try. I think I'd be able to do it.
I think it'd be fun to skateboard.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I just don't want to hurt myself.
I mean, you saw her going right there, and they're going pretty fast through those cones.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's no ramp I could get on that I would feel comfortable on. What, a quarter pipe, half pipe, full pipe?
Full pipe, 3/4 pipe, corrugated pipe.
Skateboarding's hard.
Yes.
When I was a kid, I tried.
I don't have the balance for it. So part of my back problems as an old guy is that it messes with the feelings in my feet, and I have way less balance than I used to have. And so I found this out the hard way. It was just an embarrassing thing. I used to be an athlete. I tell my kids all the time, I swear I used to be an athlete. But I was out on a paddleboard with we were in Patagonia.
Okay.
This is embarrassing. Okay.
I can't wait.
And I stand up on the paddleboard, and we have a guy who's helping us. He's like, all right. And my wife's already like, down the lake.
Yeah.
We're on this glacial lake. And all I can think of is they're like, well, look, falling in the water is not the end of it. You know, you're going to get wet today. It's going to be fine. But, but that water is 61 degrees.
Yeah.
It's crystal clear. It's beautiful. Great. But, falling in is uncomfortable. And I was like, okay, I'm on that board, and I can't balance for the life of me. And I'm behind the group, and everybody's just watching me. And then it just became a thing of we're just waiting for Alex to fall in the water. And you know what I did? I fell in the water, tried to get back up a couple times, got back up on it, fell right back down again. I couldn't balance enough. And so guess what I did? I paddled my freaking fat butt over to the side and watched everybody else paddle.
Because you just were done with it.
I just couldn't balance on the dang board. Yeah. And I was like, what's wrong with me? And then I realized, it's the foot thing.
Yeah,
it's
a foot thing.
You got this crappy.
No, that is a big part of
this crappy foot thing.
That is a big part of.
Hey, can we? With the passing of Dolly Parton, we had a listener who actually found this, and I had no recollection of even doing this. But Ethan, try to explain a couple things, the weirdness of this going on here, because I made a 9 to 5 parody.
Yeah.
I want to emphasize this is a parody.
Alex did a parody song.
For all of the trademark people who are going to come after us.
It was 9 to 5.
Yeah,
and
we might get flagged on this.
That's fine.
We'll
the
see.
context is this. So back when Alex and I were on in the evenings, we had a rivalry going with the afternoon show. It was called The Browsers. It was hosted by Jay McFarland and Amy Iverson.
Yeah. Love those guys. We were actually very close with them.
We were friends. We were close friends. They were great friends to us. But we maintained on the air a rivalry with that show.
There was delightful ribbing all the time.
And one time we told them, or we made the assertion that they only worked 10 to 3.
Well, we were like, that must be nice. No, they only did work 10 to 3. And we were like, that must be really nice for you guys.
Because their show was on from noon to 3. And
Guess
so
what?
we were
Guess
like,
what?
they only work till 3. They roll in at 10.
Guess
and
freaking what, where we are now. And all we did was make fun of them. And apparently I made a song that was making fun of the fact that they only worked 10 to 3.
Yeah.
So this listener found it, and we've got the original song.
It was on YouTube.
It's only a minute long. Let's listen to it real quick. Yeah. Oh, we gotta press. Oh boy, 404 file not found. That what's going on?
It disappeared.
Oh, here we go. I can't believe I could sing this high.
Tumble out of bed and stumble in the shower. Does McDonald's still serve breakfast at this hour? Texting and surfing, man, it's good to be me.
This is how we find all of our stories now.
Jump in my car, start pumping my system. Traffic at this hour is just non-existent. With folks like me that work from 10 to 3.
That's our actual schedule.
Working 10 to 3. What a way to make a living. Barely getting by.
Backup singers.
Taking and no giving. They just use your mind, and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let
I can't believe I hit that note, to be honest.
Nice job.
Yeah. All right, so that's the end of this.
Did you hit it?
Yeah, it was like at the top end of the register there. I couldn't do it. I couldn't sing
It
it.
was great.
So here's the deal.
And of course, the amazing irony is
we are now working that time frame.
10 to 3 is now less. Actually,
I'd like
slightly
to
less
justify
for me.
that I work much more hours.
No, Caitlin does do more
but
hours.
generally 10 to 3 is the peak.
That's when
the
we're
peak.
like doing the good
When we're
chunk of our work.
getting anything
And
less.
I do more hours too because I go into Teton at 8.
Oh boy, here it comes.
I don't know if you know this, but I have
at
another
this-
job.
I know.
10
No.
to 3 is the peak hours for when you're here.
But
well,
for
you're
you,
not
for
even
us
here,
too. But for us too, like we're always
it never
finding
ends.
like it never really ends. So we're working all the time, Cheryl, aka Carol. We're working all the time. That's all you need to know. So all right, Millard, last one on the docket here for our stream today.
Okay, so if there is an undisputed king, or should I say queen of snack foods in America, it's Little Debbie. I mean, Little Debbie is, some of those snacks are unbeatable, right? Star Crunch, various others.
Is Little Debbie's not Twinkies? That's Hostess, right?
Yeah, Little Debbie is elite.
Okay. So just real quick before you get into this, my wife brought a full box of Twinkies home and was like, "Hey, we had these at the office and nobody really wanted them. So you guys want these Twinkies?" And my kids are like, "Hard pass."
Really?
On a Twinkie.
Did they say you? Why didn't you get Little Debbie?
Well, Little Debbie's are elite, but I'm just saying like a Twinkie is like it's poo-pooed now.
I
Nobody
bought a
likes
Twinkie
it.
for the first time in my adult life to go camping this summer, and I was like, well, it was great. So
Yeah,
I still enjoyed
I'm
it.
actually
Twinkies are great.
I'll bring them in because I don't eat them, and my wife does. I don't think she really cares for them, and my kids definitely won't eat them. So I'm bringing Twinkies in because no one liked them. But regardless, keep going. They do like an oatmeal cream pie though. The Little
Honey
Debbie
buns, cosmic brownies, those types of
honey
things.
buns, cosmic brownie, donut sticks.
All right, so here's what we're getting to, okay? Because Little Debbie is rolling out 3 new options. They're doing this in conjunction with Compartés chocolate. Compartés chocolate is I've never heard of this before, but apparently it's a chocolate bar manufacturer, some kind of...
is it in Mexico?
No, it's in Los Angeles.
Oh.
So this is what they've done, is they are rolling out 3 chocolate bars. One of them is inspired by and apparently using ingredients from the oatmeal cookie.
Yeah, the oatmeal cream pie.
Oatmeal cream pie. The honey buns.
Got it.
And the fudge brownies.
The cosmic brownie.
The cosmic brownies. And so they're rolling this out. So the Cosmic Brownie chocolate bar mixes fudgy brownie pieces, which are so dang good, and then the sprinkles into the chocolate bar.
So these are chocolate bars that this company makes.
The Honey Buns chocolate bar is white chocolate bar with notes of warm honey bun flavor and glaze. And then the Oatmeal Cream Pies chocolate bar has oat spice and sweet cream filling into milk chocolate.
Yeah, I'd eat all those. So it's not a Little Debbie. These are not. Yeah, she had it up. She had it up while you were describing it.
There you go.
They don't. So the thing about those. Okay, I thought these were Little Debbie snacks. So this is not Little Debbie?
They are sort of. No.
The company is
Little Debbie
Compartés.
and Compartés. So
it's a collab.
It's a collaboration. So it's both. It's both Little Debbie and a chocolate bar. It's both.
Well, okay, hold on, Caitlin. Let's get a living list of the current lineup of Little Debbie. I want to know what Little Debbie makes. What are all the Little Debbie items? Because I'm on board. The oatmeal cream pie is like the reigning champion. I could see the honey bun being a good mix also. The Cosmic Brownie is not a good Little Debbie snack, but it is like it's iconic for the little color beads that are on there.
Swiss rolls,
okay. I could see that. They could have made a chocolate bar out of that.
Nutty Buddy wafer bars?
Okay, Nutty Buddies. The Nutty Buddies are S tier.
Zebra cakes. I'm a big zebra cake
I love
fan.
a zebra cake.
I kind of go weak for them. I can't buy them.
Have you tried the zebra rolls? They do the zebra cake and it's a more dense. I freaking love it.
I can only buy those. It's like a camping junk food snack when I get those. But
Yeah.
I'm sad. This segment's making me sad.
Because you don't eat it, because you can't eat any of those things anymore?
No, because instead I have my...
I can't listen. I can't let myself eat them either. I'll get out of. There were donuts downstairs, and I didn't grab one because I was like, "You
notice
gotta
every day
chill."
those donuts are there now?
I know they can't. I can't do it.
Does Greg Scortis bring those in every day?
He used to be the one, so I think he's
I
probably
don't know
still
who
doing
brings
it.
them in.
Where does he get them?
They put them at
He'll go to different places. A lot of the time, he'll just stop at like a grocery store or something.
There's a small grocery store up in Ogden Valley, aka Eden.
I'm pretty
called
sure
Valley
it's still
Market,
him.
and
He said this because I started the show with him last year, and he was like, "I just wanted to make a good impression," so he started bringing donuts, and I was like, "Greg, you don't have to every day. Maybe Fridays. You're totally fine to do."
So someone's bringing donuts in every day, and I'm happy to report because they're not. This is so mean because they're not a known.
They're the ones.
I don't.
It was done for today.
I won't even give them a chance. Like they're not a known. They're not Banbury Cross.
They're cheap.
They're not. I know, and that's why. And I could tell they're a little sweaty. See, I'm a donut snob, and it's actually good for me though because I walk past it. It's a good practice every day.
Yeah.
I don't eat the candy down in services, and I don't eat the donuts that are in the newsroom.
You know, let me tell you about the reason why I prefer cake donuts over glazed donuts.
Because they're dense.
I have had so many bad experiences with glazed donuts, and I'll tell you how this happens. Okay, it happened. It was it being a kid at church, because in order to get you to behave well, they would dangle things out like donuts. It was often donuts.
Yeah.
Hey, if you behave well, bring donuts next week. Awesome. So then what happens? Okay, you show up for Sunday, and there are donuts. Right, your teacher brings donuts. But she didn't buy them that morning.
Right. Couldn't go on
you
couldn't
don't
go
do
out
that.
on the Sabbath and do it.
You don't
do
that.
Nope.
So you bought them the day before. You bought them on Saturday.
Sure.
But then what do? You buy the day olds.
Because you're on a budget.
Because you're on a budget.
Sister so-and-so on a budget.
These are for kids. How much money are you going to spend on these
you don't want
kids?
They're not gonna tell the difference.
So on Saturday you buy day old donuts to bring into Sunday school on Sunday.
They're getting a donut that was rolled out on Thursday night late.
Oh my gosh. Like these were the worst, and they were sweaty.
Yeah.
I mean, I can spot a day old raised donut.
So can I.
From a mile away, because I'm like, I've had you before at Scouts.
Yeah.
And I do not know. I do not want you.
I had you in Sunday school, and they used to try to wash it down with orange juice. You're like, this is not what I want to wash a donut down with.
Yeah.
How dare you? Hey, what's the picture you got up there, Caitlin? Of some.
I was just looking on the Little Debbie website, and
I know.
It says these are new.
These are collabs.
Snacks. They're not all new.
No.
Boston cream pies, these strawberry shortcake rolls. I actually used to really like those.
The banana pudding cream pie. So you're doing a lot of like the
old fashioned donuts.
Now
I actually
Ethan,
like
look at that
ones.
old fashioned donut.
I like the coffee
day,
cake
right?
donuts that they have.
See, the Nutty Buddy cakes could be interesting. The Nutty Buddy cream pies I've had and they're not good. But that donut right there, okay, so if you're looking at it right now, it's the old school naughty looking, not naughty like NAUGHTY.
They're a little rough around
You
the
mean
edges.
K-N-O-T-T-Y.
Like that old-fashioned donut that is just dense and fried and phenomenal, and you could eat 12 of them.
Yeah, I like those ones.
Those are so good. Those are so
Now
good.
I'm hungry,
We're
but
going to have a
I'm
naughty
gonna stay
donut.
strong.
Actually, I'm starting to have a new chain. It's called Naughty Donuts.
Serving filthy sodas.
Yeah, serving Steve's Filthy Sodas, featuring Steve's Filthy Sodas. All right, Miller, we're going to go downstairs. We have quite a show for the 1 to 3 portion of the program for all you sickos who like to listen to the whole program. We like to make the whole program. So if you are dialing in and you want to get yourself, on the list of nominees or of people who are signed up to possibly get a Brightside t-shirt, you can get yourself a Brightside t-shirt by going to ksl.com/win and click on there, find the Brightside t-shirt logo on there, click on there, and it'll tell you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you comment, and you can get yourself on that list of winning one of those limited run Brightside t-shirts. Okay, we'll be downstairs from 1 to 3. We've got tons of stuff to talk about. It's the Brightside way. Caitlin, Ethan, Alex will be downstairs in just a few moments here.
The funds will be going towards efforts like that. But the state has a lot of work to do to figure out how to use this money. But the most important thing here is not the money. The most important thing is the injunctive relief. It is the measures that Meta is being forced to take or has taken in order to settle to make their platforms safer for kids.
Bussey says the other changes will help kids' well-being.
Kids that are verified to be under 18, they are going to not be able to use their Facebook and Instagram products at nighttime. So from midnight to 6 a.m., can't use it. So that helps solve some of the sleep issues that we're seeing. We're also seeing a lot of excessive use. And so Meta will be implementing a 2-hour limit on usage.
That sounds amazing.
Amazing. Yeah. I mean, we'd love to be an hour, but 2 hours is better than 5. It's also, they're also implementing the ability to turn or the default function of notifications being turned off during school hours. So they're not constantly distracted. Parents can change that if they want, but that's the default. And it's all about the default because people don't usually change things.
State Representative Jordan Tusher says that they've been working on this for some time.
I think what this shows is that what Utah has been doing this whole time is the right path, right? It's really defended the actions that we've taken as a state to come back and come after big tech. And that's what we saw back, almost 4 years ago when we started this efforts with the governor's office and the Senate. We saw regular citizens of Utah, parents that just felt hopeless because there was nothing that they could do, and they could see the harm that these tools were, or these systems were causing to their kids, and they wanted the government to come in and to provide some relief.
It's not clear when these changes will be put in place or what the money received will be used for. Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU, big on business, including merchant services. Love for you bank. Here's Tito Nani.
There appears to be a bit of a jam if you're traveling northbound on I-15 approaching 6 South in downtown Salt Lake. It does look to clear up after that. And just a heads up, in Mill Creek, expect road work on 3300 South between 2700 East and the I-215 East Belt. That's expected to be finished by the end of September. Attention property managers. Customers see your parking lot before seeing your lobby. Make the first thing unforgettable with Go Pave Utah. Seal coating, crack sealing, striping, patching across the Wasatch Front. Visit at gopavutah.com. Tito Nani in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. You got 95 today, partly cloudy in the valleys, maybe a 20% chance for a pop-up, but more thunderstorm activity in the mountains. Tomorrow, 97 mountain thunderstorms, partly cloudy in the valleys. Mostly cloudy on Friday, 94, a little bit breezy, and a PM storm possible. Thunderstorm chances are up on Saturday. We've got scattered storms, 84, breezy. 84, mostly cloudy on Sunday. Monday, 87. And you get into Tuesday, 86, partly cloudy. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
And right now, 91 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City. And the 7-day forecast is brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful. Quick check of the markets. Looks like the S&P has now turned into positive territory. Some improvements in the past half hour. A complete update of your money news is next.
Join me on the trip of a lifetime, an 8-day enchanting Rhine River cruise, August 7th through the 14th, 2027, so a year from August, aboard the elegant Amafiora, sailing from Basel, Switzerland to Amsterdam. We will cruise through the heart of Europe, past medieval castles, vineyard-covered hillsides, and storybook villages in France, Germany, and the Netherlands. And Morris Columbus Travel planned every single detail, so we just show up and enjoy ourselves. We're talking gourmet dining, licensed local guides at every port, a Morris Columbus tour manager right there on board, and exclusive pricing with savings of thousands off brochure rates. They've reserved just 50 cabins for our group, and I will be there for Q&A sessions and just to spend time together. This is a bucket list journey for me, and I hope you'll join me. Book in one click at morriscolumbus.com/KSL or call a Morris Columbus advisor at 800-999-4646. Optional pre-cruise Switzerland and post-cruise Amsterdam tours available too. Come see Europe with me. I can't wait.
Morris Columbus. Help your garden recover from summer stress. Add Eco Compost now to boost your garden's soil for next year's planting. Eco Compost is 100% organic, adding billions of beneficial microorganisms to naturally feed plants. With Eco Compost, you build the nutrients up in your garden now in order to make next year's garden your best yet. Great gardens start with Eco. Find Eco products at a garden center near you.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Any Hour Services can help unclog any drain in your house, whether you have a backup, a clog, or a slow drain you want fixed. Call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
When American troops withdrew from Afghanistan in 2021, thousands of evacuees fled to the U.S. for protection. Many Americans welcomed their new neighbors.
For the last week, the governor tells me his office has been getting calls nonstop with Utahns wanting to help.
When we saw the pictures and the videos coming out of Afghanistan, we prayed to be able to help them.
But then, what happened? Listen to Stranger Becomes Neighbor, wherever you get your podcasts.
KSL News Time 12:54. The minivan's time is not over. In fact, it's making a big comeback. KSL News Radio's Alexandria Bonilla reports.
The typical family car offers the space of an SUV without the price tag. That's why more Americans are looking to buy them. The starting cost of a minivan is around $40,000. That's compared to an SUV, which is around $67,000, and the cost of a new car in general, which is around $50,000. Scripps News says that's why more people are turning to minivans. Sales increased 21% in 2025, and that's compared to the auto industry as a whole, which only increased by 2%. Alexandria Bonilla, KSL News Radio.
Watching Utah's money. Target shares fell immediately after the company released and pulled a costume many people deemed as offensive. Their shares fell 5% yesterday. Americans are feeling worse about the economy. Consumer confidence fell almost a full point from July to August, the lowest level in 7 months. The Consumer Confidence Index says the decline is driven by the war in Iran and the cost of everyday living. Hertz is working with Americans looking to buy used cars. The rental car company is planning to offer 3-year, 100,000-mile warranties to people who buy used cars from its old rental lots. Company says the new warranties are longer than the standard warranties offered by other sellers. All of that reported in USA Today. And taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow is down by 113 points, about 0.25%, sitting at 53,464. S&P now up by about 5 points, and the Nasdaq down by 2. Tim Curry has died.
Come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation.
All right. He shot to fame playing Dr. Frankenfurter in the original London stage production of the Rocky Horror Show, later reprising the role in the musical movie. He was 80 years old.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-346-2476. 800-346-2476. 2476. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-346-2476.
You trust us for news and information in your car. Now trust us at home. KSL News Radio has you covered, keeping you informed on the latest breaking news, weather, traffic, sports, and more. Listen on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device. Just say, Alexa, open KSL News Radio. Or listen on the KSL News Radio Listen app. Text the word app to 57500. KSL News Radio. We have you covered.
Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU, big on business, including commercial loans. Love where you bank. Here's Tito Nani.
Smooth drive continues on I-15 as we close out the noon hour. However, there is still a bit of congestion going northbound from the I-80 and 201 interchange up towards 6 South in downtown Salt Lake. And on Bangerter Highway, there looks to be some traffic starting to build. It's going both directions between California Avenue and the 21st South Junction. Tito Nani in the KSL Traffic Center.
Temperatures staying in the mid-90s for the next couple of days with some showers starting to creep in. We do have a 20% chance of showers later on this afternoon, 20% tomorrow. That chance of showers increasing to about 40% on Saturday, and that means a 40% chance of showers that day, and then staying in the 80s for the next few days. Right now, 91 degrees downtown Salt Lake City.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. We'll look at our top stories this hour. Facebook and Instagram's parent company Meta has agreed to settle a lawsuit with dozens of states, including Utah, over claims their apps are addictive and harmful to children and their mental health. Meta has agreed to pay out up to $17 billion, more than $200 million of which is set to go to Utah.
I know a lot of people are talking about the money, but I mean, I'll be honest, this was never about the money. This was always about forcing the industry to make changes.
That's Utah Attorney General Derek Brown. As part of the settlement, Meta will have to create more safeguards and even including time limits on their apps for users under 18. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Testimony has officially wrapped up in the trial of Lindsay Clancy, the Massachusetts woman accused of murdering her 3 kids, though her attorney says she was suffering from postpartum psychosis at the time. ABC's Peter Haralambous reports closing arguments are now set to begin tomorrow.
Jurors heard from a total of 84 witnesses across 21 days of testimony as prosecutors sought to prove that Lindsay Clancy deliberately and intentionally murdered her children 3 years ago. Defense lawyers argue she was suffering from postpartum psychosis at the time and lost her grip on reality. When she sought medical help, defense lawyers argue that her doctors misdiagnosed and overmedicated her, prescribing her more than a dozen psychiatric drugs over a 4-month period. Closing arguments are scheduled to begin on Thursday morning. Peter Haralambous, ABC News.
Taking a look at your money at this moment, it's a mixed bag on Wall Street right now. The Dow is currently down 93 points, though the S&P and the NASDAQ are both slightly in the green. The S&P up 6, the NASDAQ is up 4 points. Coming up, getting a little bit warmer than we thought it would over the next couple of days, but that cool down is still on its way as well. KSL Weather is next. KSL News Time 101.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
I'm really interested to hear about how your parents talk to you at home, and how do you think they can kind of break through to you?
It's just to talk about. It's just seriously it's going to be awkward at first, but if you keep repeating it over and over again, it's just going to feel natural.
Keep going, and soon we'll just be able to talk about it.
Talking about mental health with your teens is the power of we in action. Visit intermountainhealth.org/teen mental health.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Thinking about replacing your windows? Choose the company that builds and installs them right here in Utah. Advanced Window Products is Utah's local window and door manufacturer that sells directly to homeowners. Hi, I'm Nate Orchard, the mayor of Sac Lake City with Advanced Window Products. At Advanced Window Products, there are no dealer fees, no middleman markups, and no extra costs to cover someone else's profit. From manufacturing to installation, every step is handled by Advanced Window Products' local team. Every window is custom built in Salt Lake City for Utah's homes and backed by one of the strongest warranties in the industry, a lifetime warranty covering labor, glass, and parts. Even better, it's fully transferable to the next homeowner. Right now, get $2,000 off when you purchase 10 or more windows. Financing is available, and Dominion Energy rebates may help you save even more. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. Or visit us at advancedwindows.com. That's 801-850-9100 or advancedwindows.com.
My friend Joey loves to use old familiar sayings.
You know what they say.
The problem is,
don't look at a gift horse, cause you can't make them drink.
He gets a lot on the mixed up.
People who live in glass houses,
here it comes,
shouldn't cry over spilt milk.
There are also a lot of sayings in the financial world, like, you'll pay lower taxes in retirement. But for many people, it's just not true. You may have done a great job saving in that 401k or IRA, but Uncle Sam is ready to grab a big portion of that money. The team at Galileo Wealth Management can help with strategies that you can start now to lower your tax bill in the future. More for you and less for Uncle Sam.
Or as they say, an apple a day is worth two in the bush.
Get the facts on your tax bill in retirement. Call Galileo Wealth today at 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online, GalileoWealth.com.
And remember, a stitch in time keeps the doctor away. It does, you know.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU, big on business, including sweep accounts. Love where you bank. Here's Tito Nani.
Starting to see some delays on northbound I-15 in Davis County. This looks to begin at 4th North in Centerville and continue up into Farmington. And it heads up to Cottonwood Heights drivers. Remember, Bengal Boulevard is closed between 3500 East Danish Road as road crews are out in force. Plan ahead since this closure could last about 5 weeks. Allow extra travel time and watch for the detour on Bengal Boulevard at 3500 East to Creek Road, then to Danish Road. Tito Nani in the KSL Traffic Center.
Look for a high of 95 degrees today in Salt Lake City with partly cloudy skies. High of 97 forecasted tomorrow and a decent chance of seeing some thunderstorms tomorrow night. High of 94 on Friday, then cooling way down into the low to mid 80s. Come Saturday and Sunday with a better chance of seeing more storms then. Right now, it is 93 degrees and partly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at ksl.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, you don't care about gas prices. You've got an electric vehicle.
And Alex Curie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Here comes my moral superiority rolling down I-15.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. Thanks so much for tuning in on this Wednesday afternoon, which marks our halfway point, Alex, hump day. So congratulations, everyone. Halfway to the weekend. And, Alex, let's get started with the three things.
Oh, hold on. You caught me off guard. What is this, the radio show? Is that what this is right now? Yeah. We'll get it going.
Allegedly.
Sometimes you want to chew the fat, and obviously you're not interested in my personal life today, so let's just go, and we'll just jump right into the three things.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The Three Things.
My wife did want to know, though, why you brought up the chinchilla like that in that harsh way you did yesterday.
Oh,
after the passing of Doug.
I just thought that maybe you should let future employers know that you are a chinchilla farmer.
Farmer? I'm convinced we bought ours from a chinchilla farmer.
How many chinchillas do you need to have to be a chinchilla farmer?
I think if you've got 3 and you're like, no, we just love them. And then you're like, hold on a minute. I think that we're breeding these.
So really it's intent more than numbers?
Right. You've got 3 chinchillas. It's like having 650 grams of an illicit substance. It's obviously for distribution of some kind. No, I will never have more than one
chinchilla.
I almost said quesadilla. You can't eat a chinchilla, okay? It's not a food. Chinchillas are not food, okay?
But they
Actually,
can be.
They are in
but
some places.
They can be clothes. Chinchillas can be clothes.
So Ethan actually felt bad about the Doug reference that he had yesterday on the show, and I was like, "Don't worry about it. No one misses Doug that much. They all forget about him. Although we do drive past his memorial in the driveway, and I'm always like." One's for you, buddy. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, first up, the first thing, and this is sad. Tim Curry, of course, the guy that we've known for so long. He was the villain in It. He was also Dr. Frank Enfurter in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, if you're ever into that.
Brewster in Annie, of course, was also another scary role that he played. He had that classic villain face.
He was in The Three Musketeers. He was in Home Alone 2. He was in Clue. Clue was probably my favorite Tim Curry.
Clue as the butler, best role
Muppet Treasure
Curry.
Island. That was another great Tim Curry movie.
Mm-hmm.
So he was...
Can we be blamed? We were blamed for the Dolly Parton death yesterday because we had a long, lengthy discussion about Dolly Parton the day before.
Well, and the same thing happened to Doug. We talked about Doug
the chinchilla.
And then he passed within 72
days.
hours. He was dead. No, we didn't say
anything about Tim Curry, right?
We haven't said a word about Tim Curry, so this is not on us.
Well, he'll be missed. I mean, honestly, he had that stroke a few years ago, and I think a lot of people are like our producer Caitlin, who are like, I thought for sure he had already passed.
Tim Curry, I think, was I think a lot of people today are saying, I didn't realize he hadn't already, because he really disappeared from the public eye.
Yeah.
I mean, completely. So he's been in a wheelchair basically since then.
Had a really intense stroke, and so that hit him hard. I think I saw an interview not that long ago with him, and I remember thinking, he can't be long for this world because it's not going great. But 80 years old, probably was just like, I just have to beat Dolly Parton, and he did.
So we got an interesting text that says, I loved him in Congo. You remember that movie Congo? I liked Congo too.
Like the sequel?
No,
Congo
it was
2?
No, Congo the movie.
Yeah, I thought you meant you liked Congo 2.
It was a Michael Crichton adaptation. Tim Curry was in it as Herkimer Hamilka.
What?
Yeah, that was the name. I still remember the
great name.
And I think his character was from Hungary, which when I was in Hungary for school, I was always looking for someone named Herkimer or Hamilka.
Homolka.
I never found it.
Never. Okay.
But nevertheless, it's interesting this person texted in because in the article you can read about Tim Curry at KSL.com, it says this. He conceded, Tim Curry, that some of his movies were mediocre, singling out 1995's Congo, A Tale of Diamond Mines and Killer Gorillas.
That's what it was. It was gorillas that killed people, right?
I was really bad in it, Curry said. I won a Razzie Award for one of the worst performances of the year, and I richly deserved it too.
I like when people are self-aware. He seems to always be the type that looked like he wouldn't have had a sense of humor, but probably did.
I guarantee.
You know what I mean? Like he had that. He had that grumpy face.
Look, you don't perform in movies like Rocky Horror Picture Show, Muppets, Treasure Island, Clue. You don't engage those movies unless you are ready to be cool.
We did have a discussion about Tim Curry.
We did not. Do not put this on me, Alex.
It was more like a week ago or week and a half ago, but we talked about The Whale on 9th and 9th, and then we were like, oh, but remember the one thing that Tim Curry was in that one movie that they always played it at 9th and 9th in that cool theater. He was mentioned by name a week and a half ago because Rocky Horror Picture Show came up in the 9th and 9th discussion.
But I don't think we mentioned Tim Curry by name. We're going to need to go back to the tapes because you're freaking me out.
Please,
and I'm not gonna accept your word
Bermuda
for it.
Triangle of death that is KSL Brightside. Apparently,
I'm gonna need the proof. I'm not carrying this with me.
All right,
unless we get.
I thought maybe we did, but Rocky Horror Picture Show came up like 10 days ago. When else would we have mentioned it? Never. And then he passes away.
All right. I'm gonna quickly move on here.
All right.
The second thing in today's three things: U.S. consumer confidence falls to lowest level in 7 months, with gas prices stuck above $4 per gallon and uncertainty over the ongoing conflict. Can we still call it a conflict in Iran?
I don't know what it is.
At
this point, I don't know what it is.
Are we still shooting at each other? It seems like it's more of a standoff now.
At this point, we're like, hey, can we give our guys on the aircraft carrier a break and take them to Thailand? That's all I saw this week was like the SS Abraham Lincoln has been like those guys are going absolutely berserk on that thing and just never getting a break. And then they finally got some leave, I think, in the last couple of days. But man, it's been long and drawn out.
So respondents to the Consumer Confidence Index survey say that their outlook for the near-term future has soured. And they all kind of talk about the same thing: war, geopolitics, food prices, trade, all these kinds of things, oil and gas. So, we're kind of in it right now. So, and one of the things that's disappointing about the consumer confidence is that we really have a kind of a consumer-driven economy. So if it becomes a self-fulfilling thing where consumers get nervous, they stop spending, and businesses suffer, the economy suffers. And so we kind of, if we have a bad enough attitude, we can make the situation a lot worse doing that, which, it's part of it, I guess.
All right, what do you have for number 3 here then?
And the third thing, now this is an interesting bit of economic news that I didn't expect to see, but young Americans have higher credit scores today than before COVID. So here is the deal. Americans between the ages of 18 and 29 have higher credit scores today than they did just before COVID-19. That's according to new research from FICO, which is one of the credit bureaus. But the youngest generation of Americans saw a 17-point increase in average credit scores since 2019. It's the biggest move among any group that's measured by FICO. Millennials had the second largest increase in credit scores. Gen X didn't see that increase. We already have perfect credit, so
we do, huh?
waiting for everyone else to catch up. But at least I think so. Anyway, so yeah, apparently Gen Z really kind of nailing it, keeping their credit scores.
Yeah, but you know what you guys are?
You
know what you guys are? Because they said this exact same story 25 years ago for boomers. Boomers have the greatest credit in the world. And they go, yes, we do. And you know why? Because I got a house and I'm responsible. See, now you're doing the boomer thing.
Me?
Yes, your generation is.
It's not my fault that I got a house and I'm responsible.
And you got good credit?
I got good credit.
All these other people, they haven't figured it out. What are they doing? They're going to concerts on a weekday.
Gen Z, $8 coffee.
How dare they? We basically just described our producer, Caitlin. Sorry,
Caitlin.
We go to concerts on the weekday. What is it, a Tuesday night? You're going to concerts.
We're on your side, Caitlin. We're on your side.
You're buying those frivolous frou-frou drinks. How dare you? Just to stay caffeinated through the day because you can't get through it on your own. You're not mentally tough enough.
Caitlin, as your financial advisor, I advise you to enjoy yourself.
I did. I enjoyed myself.
All right. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. And when we do, we've got tons in front of us on the program. We have lots to get through on the show today. We want you to join us the entire way. You can always join us via text at 57500. Hit us with all of the things that are hitting your mind. And honestly, we think that you guys are the funniest and the brightest, and you guys are what makes it a bright side for us every day. So there you go. 57500. The parent company of Facebook and Instagram apparently going to settle with dozens of states. Utah is one of them. What that number is and what it's going to mean for how people are going to get paid out, I'm still confused on how this works. But we'll come back. We'll talk about it next. It is KSL Brightside.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
Hi, this is Doug Wright. I'm here with Monty from Connecticut Quality Water Systems of Salt Lake, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. And I was thinking the other day, Monty, that every water softener I've ever seen has a giant tank that holds bags and bags of water softener salt. Well, except one, the one I have in my home. And I picture this, my Connecticut has the little salt tank about the size of a paper shredder or a small trash can.
Well, Doug, that's because the Connecticut water softeners use so much less salt, an average of 70% less than other water softeners. So you don't need a tank that holds 6 or 8 bags of salt.
I love the fact that it's so easy to fill because I don't have to lift those bags up so high, and it seems like those bags of salt, well, they're getting heavier every year.
Yes, it does. When you're using 1 bag of salt for every 3 a regular water softener uses, there's no need for a large salt tank.
Tired of lifting those heavy salt bags to fill your giant water softener salt tank? Go to softwaterutah.com. That's softwaterutah.com.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait, only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
What if 4 weeks from now, everything felt different? Your energy, your weight, the way your clothes fit, that is what the Soda Dynamic Diet is built to do. And right now, Soda has a special end of summer special. Get 4 weeks free when you call 866-800-SODA and mention this radio station. With Soda, a person can expect to lose 15 to 20 pounds per month because Soda teaches you how to let go of the weight and how to keep it off for a lifetime. No shots, no pills, no lifetime dependency, just real food, expert guidance, and habits that last. Soda believes weight loss should be temporary, but the results should not be. So instead of putting you on shots and pills, Soda teaches you how to eat for your body and keep the weight off for good. Soda is not a quick fix. It is a proven process that teaches you how to eat for life. You work one-on-one with degreed nutritionists who guide you through every step of the way. You learn what works for your body so the weight stays off long after the program ends. You walk away healthier, more confident, and free from chasing the next expensive fix. Thousands of success stories, nearly 10,000 Google reviews, real results you can see. Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Finally, something that justifies putting down your phone on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millett here with Alex Keary. I want to roll through a couple of these texts here as we get to our next subject. Let's see here. Tim Curry is also in Hunt for Red October. That's Vicky's reminding us. Thanks for the reminder, Vicky. And that is true.
Ah, yes, the classic Russian.
He was the political
Sean
officer.
Connery.
Yeah, he was the political officer, and he was so good. And that movie, though, Hunt for Red October.
It is
so good.
easily top three. It's easily top 3 or 4 for underwater submarine action movies. Crimson Tide is still unbeatable for me.
I love it as a Cold War movie. I love it as a Cold War movie.
Yes,
it is so good with the Soviet songs. Dun, dun,
Yeah, and just
so
I get it. I get the political strife and the political turmoil that's going on at the time, but I don't know if you can beat Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman.
We also got a text from Johnny Socks. He says, "Hey, I just had a fillet of fish, single patty, and it was fantastic."
Now, see.
And you'd be proud of me. I only ate half the medium fries.
See, and that's that's probably the right ratio of American cheese to fried fish fillet. On a crappy bun.
You know what's great about
it's a good
the
mix.
fillet of fish? Omega-3 fatty acids.
Yeah, that's exactly how they pitch it too.
Fish.
That's why before every morning when I get up, I hit myself with a fillet of fish. You know why? Because of the omega-3s.
Oh, Jan says he was the sub's doctor in the in Hunt for Red October, not the political officer.
Okay, all right.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Jan, for that correction.
And
then someone else is trying to get us to mention another celebrity.
No,
who's very old. And I'm not doing it.
We can't do it.
I'm not doing it. So
no,
I'm sorry.
because we're still already nervous about the fact that we may have actually mentioned Tim Curry last week.
I'm not going to mention who you're talking about. I'm not going to Google to see whether or not they're dead. I'm not going to speculate it. I'm not going to say things. So.
No, because it's like we've basically at this point turned into like the Ring of radio shows.
Yeah, it's
if we say your name
dangerous.
7 days later, you might be passed away.
All right, Alex, next up here on KSL Brightside, Meta has agreed to a $17 billion settlement in that big lawsuit they were facing against 29 states that sued the tech giant in 2023. Now, what this settlement means is it means that CEO Mark Zuckerberg is not going to have to take the stand and testify in a trial.
So my question is a $17 billion hit and a $17 billion threat, and just what this does for a precedent, will it be enough to scare companies in like Instagram and Facebook, which is Meta owns those two, right?
Yeah.
Will it be enough to scare the rest of all the social media platforms to go, hey, and for Congress or whomever to stand up and go, hey, there's a new law, you can't allow anybody 18 and under, or 18 and under, or they have to be 18 and over to be able to participate in social media.
So there are two things. So now there's going to be a payment to the state, $17 billion. The state of Utah is getting
$200 million.
$212 million over the next 10 years. So $21 million a year. I don't know. I guess that's good.
How does that work? And
know.
what are we putting it toward?
I don't know.
I get what the point of punitive damages are, but I always wonder like what ends up happening. Like, are there victims in this besides the state? Because the state makes out nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
$20 million a year, and then they got $21 million a year. There's probably some families out there that are like, yeah, and we get zero of it after our kid, chose to take their lives. Or if there's huge memorials now for people who are like, hey, look, they were looped into this and they were hooked.
They knew my child was being bullied.
They knew that my child was being bullied. They knew my child was on here and
looking for
and was under 15 and whatever. I mean, all the thing or under 13 or whatever it might be.
So there are a couple of things. Number one is the $17 billion settlement, which is that a lot of money? It is a lot of money. However, do you know what the revenue was for Meta for 2025?
$18 billion.
$201 billion. So is it a lot of money? Yeah, sort of. Kind of a lot of money.
7-ish% of what their dollar amount was. And they just have to pay it over 10 years.
But they do also have to make some changes. So they're going to be daily time caps. So users under 18 face a default 2-hour daily time limit with mandatory short pauses built into its continuous scrolling. So it's not ending the doom scroll. It's just putting pauses in.
So are the 2 hours? Are the 2 hour daily limit? Is that a hardcore thing, or do they do the thing where they go? Because like on mine right now, I have it at like an hour, and when I get to, hey man, you're 5 minutes short of, or you're within 5 minutes here. 5 minutes, you're going to be told to stop, and then it tells you to stop, and you go, yeah, but I'm in the middle of this. Extend.
I don't know what that's going to look like.
Can they ignore the limit easily?
But I'm not impressed with short pauses built into continuous scrolling. They need to end this continuous scrolling for young people, because otherwise, you know what this is? This is
fake compliance.
Underage drinkers have to wait 10 minutes between beers. That's what I'm seeing here. That's what this is. We have pauses for the doom scrolling. Yeah, but periodically you have to pause.
But every couple hours they can't drive.
Oh my goodness! Wow, geez. I mean, let's give them the Peace Prize for their magnanimity towards our children. And then also they'll have nighttime blocks. Access and usage for children are restricted during late night hours.
Who owns Snapchat? That's the one I got to get a hold of, because that's the one that I'm like. That's the one that my kids now use. I say my kids. My oldest is like our only Snapchat user.
I think it's the Chinese Communist Party.
He has.
I'm pretty sure
that's who owns it. I think it's like Snap Inc. or something like that. But I don't know. Is there a parent company to that though? Like, is it just?
I know how to find out. They're their own Google. My friend Alex is wondering.
His oldest child is annoying with how much he snaps. There are like no text messages. He doesn't text anybody except for us. The only people he's texting is his parents. And everything else is done through Snapchat. Everything else is done through, oh, look at this snap. I was snapping, blah, blah, blah. My 16-year-old is trying to sneak it through. He just does the app request every day. I get it, and I just deny it. But it's like, hey.
Snapchat is owned by the publicly traded company Snap Inc., which is controlled by co-founders Evan Spiegel and Bobby Murphy.
Yeah, they're holding on strong. Those two are holding on strong, not to be but they're next. I mean, to be the honest truth is, those guys.
I don't think Evan Spiegel is a real person. Look at this photo of him from Forbes.
Oh, now that is a curated face right there. That is AI right there.
An AI young man I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. I'm suspicious.
So either way, I want to know what other parents do to actually stop theirs, because we have app limits that somehow our kids are able to skirt and blow past them, even though they are set every day and they are extremely short. And then it doesn't matter. You can still go on and look and then go, so how is it that they spent 3.5 hours on Snapchat even though they have a 30-minute limit every day?
So
I don't know.
Let me walk through some of the other restrictions, okay? So there's a school time quiet mode. So push notifications are silenced during weekday school hours to minimize classroom distractions. And they also have hidden engagement metrics. So they will not display counts and reaction numbers. Those things will be banned for minor accounts to reduce social comparison and anxiety. That is obvious and smart. And you know what I wish? I wish Meta would have just done this as the right thing to do, rather than put us through all of this baloney and then we have to drag this out of them in court. It's terrible. And then they have filter bans. Cosmetic or plastic surgery filters that distort features are restricted for underage users. So they've got an independent oversight An external auditor with expansive access will monitor Meta's compliance with these child safety interventions. But here's the thing, Alex. Nothing is going to replace the best idea out there, which is ban on social media for under 18. They don't need it. They shouldn't have it. We already know how bad it is for young people and for teenagers. We already know how bad it is. And why are we still stepping around these companies and trying to make as many excuses as possible for them? You know, I still think the best metaphor for this is underage drinking. I think it's the same thing. We know how bad underage drinking is for young people. We know the bad social consequences. We know the bad health consequences for them. And so we drew a hard line, and I think we do the same thing for social media.
I wish it were that simple. It just feels like
because
it sounds like it, but the thing is that beers aren't sold on a smartphone. It's in person, and that's an easier one to go. Get out of here.
It is easier. It's easier to restrict the sale of alcohol to minors because of the retail system we have. You're right about that. But I don't know if I'm willing to listen to these tech companies say, well, I don't know, there's really no way to do this. Because there are ways. Look, kids still get around the alcohol ban, right? Kids still do it.
Yes.
Through cooperative parents, theft, fraud.
Retailers who don't care.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
This happens. But our rules overall have, for the most part, kept teenagers in line on this. And I don't think we should believe that somehow social media is just too. We can't do it. It would be too hard. I don't think we should. I don't think we should believe that.
All right, so we've got to take a break. We've got news, traffic, and weather, but we have something pretty wild that's happening. Apparently, there is a school district here in the state of Utah that will be implementing a 4-day school week. You are hearing me right. We'll take your text right now, 57500. We're going to talk about it next. We'll tell you where it is, and we'll tell you how it's going to work. A 4-day school week coming to a local school district here in Utah. We'll talk about it next. Right here, it's KSL Brightside.
1:31 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this half hour. We begin the half hour with breaking news. Bryan Kohberger has been granted a new court hearing in his request to overthrow his guilty plea. He took a plea deal last year and was sentenced to life in prison after admitting to the murders of 4 University of Idaho students. Kohberger wants his guilty plea to be thrown out, saying he was coerced into taking the plea deal through disinformation and false promises. An evidentiary hearing has been set for June 17th of next year. Former Utah death row inmate Douglas Carter is back in court today as attorneys try to work through some key evidence issues ahead of a new trial. Carter was convicted of killing Eva Olesen in 1985, but his conviction was overturned because of prosecutorial misconduct. Today, Carter's lawyer Neil Hamilton argued Carter's forced confession should be thrown out.
That he would dictate what happened, and Mr. Carter would then turn and agree. And Mr. Carter has always been clear that he never said he did these things. Pierpont told him, this is what you're agreeing to.
The state, however, argued the confession had already been ruled admissible by the Supreme Court. They also heard from the victim's family today as the judge considered whether to let Carter out on bond. They're expecting the court to rule on these issues and set a trial date sometime in the next couple of days. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Actor Tim Curry has passed away.
Come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation.
He got his shot at fame playing Dr. Frankenfurter in the original London stage production of the Rocky Horror Show, later reprising the role in the musical movie. He was 80 years old. Taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow's currently down 70 points. The S&P is up 9. The NASDAQ is up 13 points. Coming up, seeing some warmer temperatures, thankfully not triple digits, but a big cool down is coming too. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 1:33.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Utah homeowners, listen up. If your roof is over 15 years old and you've had recent storm damage, now's the time to act. Hey, it's Josh with IWC Roofing, and we've built our reputation on quality, integrity, and taking care of homeowners the right way from start to finish. IWC Roofing, Utah's highest-rated roofing company, is now offering $2,500 off your new roof replacement, plus a free upgrade package to maximize your home's protection and value. But that's not all. we're giving away a free roof. Yep, you heard me. One homeowner will receive a brand new roof free. And here's where it gets even better. When you call and mention this radio ad, you'll receive double entries to win. Appointments are filling up fast, and this offer won't last. Call now for your free inspection and estimate. 801-232-5690. That's 801-232-5690. Save $2,500, get upgraded, and you could win a brand new roof. Call IWC Roofing today, 801-232-5690. Restrictions apply. No purchase necessary. See IWCRoofingUtah.com for details and rules.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle, start at Performance Automotive in Bountiful. Browse a large inventory of Ford, Toyota, and Honda vehicles, plus hundreds of quality pre-owned options. Whether you're upgrading your daily commute, looking for more space for the family, or ready for your next truck or SUV, the team at Performance Automotive can help you find the right fit. Visit Performance Ford, Performance Toyota, and Performance Honda today. Or shop online at performancebountiful.com.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Big on business, including merchant services. Love where you bank. Here's Tito Nani.
Still seeing good speeds on our major freeways across the Wasatch Front as I-15, 215, and I-80 are traveling without delay. There is a bit of congestion going westbound on the 201 freeway between 7200 West and 8400 West in Magna, and down in Utah County. Pioneer Crossing going both directions looks to be getting a bit busy as we approach the 2 p.m. hour. Tito Nani in the KSL Traffic Center.
Look for a high of 95 today, 97 tomorrow, 94 on Friday. They're expected to be the hottest 3 days of the next 7. Only slight chance of seeing thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening over the next few days. We've got a greater chance of storms come Saturday, and we see a big cool down to just 84 degrees. Right now, 93 degrees and partly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at ksl.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Parenting adult kids has got its own set of challenges.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, those are big diapers when they get older.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. We sure do appreciate you tuning in. Thanks so much. And we want to pivot now to something that Iron County School District has been working on. They say they've been working on this for a year. They got a waiver approved from the State Board of Education in June, and they're ready to move forward for the 2027-2028 school year with a 4-day school week across Iron County School District. And I read that and I thought, well, now this is super, super interesting. What's your, right off the bat, Alex, and I want to see your text too. What's your just first blush reaction to this 4-day school week? What's your reaction, Alex Curie?
Yeah.
Go.
Full jealousy.
Are you really?
Yeah, full jealousy. And here's why, is because we got a taste of it during COVID in my house.
Okay.
And because we were in the Salt Lake School District, and I'm all for, like, when physical school went away during that time frame, when we had just, like, at the end of the school year of 2020, we were already moving. We were going to finish out the school year in our Salt Lake School District, and we were going to have the kids, we were going to drive. We were going to be, try to just make it work for the last 2 months of the school year and just drive them down to their school down in Salt Lake and whatever. And while we were still living in Davis County, we closed on the house, and then COVID hit, and then everything shut down.
Yeah.
And in-person school went away for everybody. It went away. Like even the school districts that were like, we're still doing in-person. We didn't do it. It was nowhere in person. But Salt Lake didn't go back again until like the following February.
Yeah.
The school year in Davis County, we started it back up again, but they had a 4-day school week. The 5th day was like a virtual learning or whatever it was.
Like, everyone take this really serious on this.
Here's your
day.
Get on the computer. If I don't see you on the computer, yeah. And I will tell you, my wife and I the other day were actually talking about it. And maybe this is a function of me just not wanting. All week is just a grind for everybody. And I get it. Like, that's the way that it works. But we as a family, like, we loved that Friday that they were all home and they were doing their stuff from home. It was a way more relaxed situation, but it was also still like, hey, we were still going to regulate, like, you're doing your stuff. We're going to.
Yeah.
It was annoying at the beginning to get the grind down of sit down. Hey, sit down and do it.
But you liked it.
Especially the elementary school kids. The high school kids and the junior high kids now, they're kind of taking care of their own work. They know how to do their own thing now. And I have to hover and kind of do stuff, but this is pure jealousy on my part, and it has nothing to do with anything except for it would be easier for me not to have to get the kids out the door again for another day of school.
But this isn't a 1 day of virtual learning. This is 4-day school week, and it's I don't like it. And I'll tell you why I don't like it.
What's the thing? Do you think we're getting soft now, or what is the thing that you don't like about it? And I guess that Tooele's been doing something similar. They have, I think a lot of their schools have transitioned to a 4-day work week or a school week, but I'm wondering why somebody like yourself would have a problem with this.
So, number one, I don't know that less school is necessarily where we want to be as a society. I don't know that that's necessarily the right decision. Hey, what if we just went to school less and less often? I don't know. Someone else said in the KSL article, it says, there are cost savings here, but I don't know if that's a smart place to save money, is by having kids
go to less school
at school for 1 day less. Also, one of the features of our society today are families with 2 incomes, with both parents working.
Yeah.
And when you're in that situation, the summers can be a really stressful time. And we've already talked about this. I wouldn't mind seeing school line up with normal work hours. Why isn't school 9 to 5? Rather than cutting kids loose hours before their parents get home, or expecting them to go to school, an hour and a half before the parents go to work. I think it might be smart for us to line up school more with work hours. I know that schools aren't babysitters. I know that. But at the same time, I think there's some wisdom in having the kids at school when the parents are at work. There's some wisdom there.
Yeah, I get it. But also, because I would still have to go to work. Although Caitlin, our producer, did use this time frame to also, selfishly, I'll point out, she was like, hey, this is also probably a good time to bring up that she could start working 4 days a week.
Do we need to talk to
I wouldn't be upset, but I don't make those rules.
Well, she doesn't make
I would like a work from home day, 1 day a week.
You know what?
That's kind of what I want.
Well, what would we do?
Well, I'm just saying, maybe if we didn't have a show on Fridays, that'd be cool. But I would still be working.
Okay. Oh, now,
but
hold
also,
on
we want to
minute.
be on the air every day, so
you know
it's
what?
great.
It's because you got trained.
I did.
You got trained for a 4-day work week at one point, right?
Yeah. When I produced a show, Dave and Dujanovic, it was on Monday through Thursday, and I worked from home.
It was
on
when they
Friday.
did the 9 to noon version, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So, and then they were
Why
like,
was it only four?
Because the movie show took over on Fridays.
Oh,
I jumped in the middle of that, and then we moved to Fridays, and it was a lot harder.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing, is as soon as you have to start working a 5-day work week,
I just thought that I liked having a little bit of flexibility to work from home and also get some stuff done and not have to cram everything into
What
2
stuff
days.
are you talking about?
I was a little more productive.
What stuff are you talking about?
Like planning show content ahead of time.
Okay, so
for
you
us
were working.
Doing social media
you were working
videos.
from home on that 5th day.
Yeah, I did, and I would do my laundry and stuff in between.
Was there a regulatory situation where they were like, you need to be checked in? I need to see your mouse moving around on your computer.
I'm just an hourly employee, and if I got hours, I got hours. I was full time, so I did have to get hours, but I did. I always have stuff to do. So, but I'm team that, but it just depends on the job, and I think a hybrid setup is okay.
Now, from a kid standpoint, though, Ethan, like the school kids, they will look at it like it's a day off. And when you say it's a 4-day school week, then you're actually saying it is a day off, right?
It is, yeah. And I wanted to read some text here. So this person texted in, 4-day school week is difficult for extracurricular activities. I could see that.
Oh man, it would be awesome though on those days you have a Friday, but it's a and that's what it says too. So Eric had a good question. Are they longer school days then? Are we going to go full like South Korea school days where they're like 7 to 6? What are we talking about here? Are we adding time? Because you can do 410s, but you can do 40-hour work weeks, but you're doing those extra hours on other days, and in theory, and splitting it up that way. If somebody's working in the healthcare industry, somebody just pointed that out. Just work healthcare. 312s are the best. 312s are a lot. That seems like a lot, but yeah, you get 4 days off every week. The question is, how are they going to do this with the school? Are they getting enough hours? When they get the waiver from the state, is the waiver from the state saying you don't have to do as much learning in school as everybody else does?
This texter, Jonathan, said it won't work for most people because the majority of parents use school as daycare. Now,
that was the point you were bringing up.
Yes. Now, is it daycare for me? Sort of. I don't see it as daycare. I know that these are teaching professionals. It's not the same as daycare, but it is wise in my mind to have children at school when their parents at work. That aligns some important issues in a family. So I don't think we should be afraid to note that. We don't necessarily have to use the word daycare. That's a little bit of a word, but I think it's okay to realize that alignment. And then it says now they won't have it the 5th day of the week, but they still have to go to work. Also, most extracurricular things, football games, basketball things, drama performances, band concerts happen on Friday, so you end up going to school anyway. That's a very interesting point.
Okay, I want to know I want to know how parents would work with this too, because this one's here. Look at this texter right here, Millard.
Yes.
Rural district in Idaho here. My kids have 4-day school weeks. They go 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's a long day, by the way.
Yeah.
They go 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Longer days, not all the minor holidays are off, so they go to school the required hours by the state. We love a 3-day weekend every week. That's the part that would be really, really amazing, is I think that you would make that adjustment, even if it were a longer day. Now, I will tell you that, like, I have a kindergartner, and 8 to 4 is not – it just seems – it's already hard enough, like that 9 to 3 kind of setup that they have right now. That is super long for a 5-year-old, like full day kindergarten.
We had nap time. I remember we
were talking about this today. Like, I cannot believe we had nap time like crazy. You remember those mats?
Yeah, they had
they had the mats, and they're handing you the milk, and they're like, get out of here. And the teacher also took a nap. You have to wake her up. No, I don't know. But I just remember having the same thing. I mean, like, this is a lot. Grandchildren in Kalispell, Montana for a 4-day work week. Says they get to be... let me see here. Oh, they get to be together on Friday. The people love it there. Children are already spending more time with adults than their parents. I want my grandchildren to be with their family and parents more than teachers. I get that.
All right.
57500 is a text number. Actually, let's do this. Millard, should we set a land speed record for Brightside, since we haven't done this ever? 2 days in a row of calls.
Oh my goodness.
801-575-TALK. That's 801-575-8255. We're only asking you to weigh in and help us on this because we don't know what the answer is. And Iron County, they know what's best for Iron County, so have them get in there.
Allegedly.
Well, yeah, the state legislature is like, we know it's better for you. So if this would work where you live, what are the pitfalls of this? But what would be immediately amazing for it? Do you think it's an awesome idea? Do we need to start going that direction everywhere? 801-575-8255. That's 801 KSL Talk. We'll take those calls next, and we'll lean on your wisdom, parents and others that are out there. Stay with us. More to go. KSL Brightside.
Do you know how to tell if a clogged drain is something to worry about or not? What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Wilson with Any Hour Services, and I understand it's annoying and inconvenient, but sometimes a clogged drain can be a sign there's a more serious issue with your sewer main line. If the drains in the lowest level of your home aren't draining, or you flush a toilet and it comes up somewhere else like a shower or a floor drain, I'm urging you to look at this as more than just an annoyance. The last thing I want you to experience is a sewer backup. If you're a homeowner experiencing any of these issues, the first step would be to snake the line to see if it's just a blockage, which one of our drain techs can do for only $29. Yep, you heard that right. Any Hour Services will snake any drain line with normal access for only $29. Sinks, showers, tubs, toilets, floor drains, laundry drains, even that sewer main line that connects to the city. We'll snake any line for just $29. For help with your drain issues, call Any Hour Services at 801-443-7700. You can Google Any Hour Services. You can even schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
This is Andy Farnsworth with One Kind Act a Day's Minute of Kindness, brought to you by the Semnani Family Foundation. Woodbine Food Hall hosts a Friday night live music venue with food from 6 until 9 p.m. with free RSVP entry. You can show up at night any Friday to enjoy live music and some good food. They host a rotating schedule of bands every night. You can bring your friends or your partner to enjoy your Friday evening together. Visit Woodbine, WOODBINESLC.com for more information. That's WoodbineSLC.com. Find a new event to spread kindness to those you love and support live music. Find further resources at thepowerofkind.org. That's thepowerofkind.org.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, all beds are on sale during our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe for a limited time, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Right now, UCCU is offering short-term savings options with incredibly high yields. Simply make a deposit, then watch your savings grow with a fixed rate of return that's much higher than a savings account. UCCU also has great offers on jump-up options. So if rates continue to rise, you can jump up your rate and earn even more. Visit uccu.com to learn more and supercharge your savings today. UCCU. Love where you bank.
I'm Walker Kessler, and I play basketball for a living. So I know how important it is to have the support of a team you can trust. That's why I love UCCU. UCCU is more than a credit union. They're a true financial partner, a local team of experts your entire family can trust at every step of your financial journey. Just visit uccu.com and elevate your banking experience.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, because doom scrolling wasn't working on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. And we're asking that question, would you go for a 4-day school week? That's what Iron County is looking at for next school year. They've approved it. They said, we're going to try it. They've given themselves a 1-year buffer. So if they need to kick it back a year, they can do that. But their intent right now is to roll out a 4-day school week in Iron County for Iron County schools starting the 2027-2028 school year. Would you go for something like that? 57500 is the text. We got a couple callers on the line as well. Let's see here. Do you want to go straight to our caller?
We can do calls. We can keep the phone lines open as well by telling you it's 801-575-TALK. That's 801-575-8255. Tell us if, and I want to know too, if you're doing a 4-day school week, does that work? Or is it just impossible for the parents who are out there going, no, I can't do it. I work 5 days a week. I can't have the kids at home on their own. 575-8255 is the phone number, or 57500 is the text number. It's just KSL Talk is the phone number. Let's go out to Jake in Eagle Mountain. Jake, you hear this type of an idea. It's a fun one to imagine a 3-day weekend every weekend, but what are the pitfalls here?
Yeah, well, I don't know about the pitfalls. I know we used to live in Holiday, and my daughter would get out early on Fridays, and that was our ski day. It was the best.
Yeah.
Or we'd go down to Disneyland early, or something. Now we moved to Eagle Mountain, and she gets out early on Wednesdays, and I'm like, that's a little weird. It's just, I work for a Utah manufacturing confectionery company. We work 4/10. Production starts at 6. So
you make candy. You make and eat candy for a living, and you're complaining about something. How dare you?
I manage the warehouse at Taffy Town. I'm actually out picking up some cocoa currently as we speak.
I love it. I love it.
I don't eat much of the taffy. I just give it out. It's fine. But my wife's a stay-at-home mom, so we don't have that. Using it as not having to pay for daycare type thing. School. I know the majority of people out there, everyone's schedule is going to be different. Companies in Utah are going to just keep rolling, right? They're not, I don't think, going to change hours to make 9 to 5 school, everyone 9 to 5. So I think it's really difficult. But I don't know. If there's some cost savings, maybe, and they can change to a 4-day work week, great. But, yeah.
Well,
I guess that's my little comment there.
Well, I'll tell you, it is, it's tough to line those things up. And it's... So he mentioned something too. So he's got a pretty good system. Oh, shoot. I wanted to ask him if they do tours. Do you think they do tours at Taffy Town? Oh, is he still on?
Jake.
No, we discontinued tours, unfortunately.
Okay. What we're asking is if you could do a drive-by tour and just throw candy at us at the window.
Yeah,
here.
we are open. We are the front retail store Monday through Thursday till 5, 1 p.m. on Fridays. And there's, YouTube. Right. You can see how it's made.
Right. Okay. There goes Ethan's dream. There goes Ethan's dream just out the window. All right.
Here's I saw an interesting headline here because so he's got a situation where he's got a schedule where his family could really benefit from that 4-day work week. Some of it depends on your economic need. So there's a headline today at KSL.com that says that a new report from the Salt Lake Board of Realtors says that the median sales price for a single family home in Salt Lake County has hit $645,000. $645,000. That's a median home price in Salt Lake County. Now, if you follow the traditional metrics of how much of your income should go to a home, including utilities and taxes, for it to be quote-unquote affordable, your income needs to be around $187,000 a year in order to be able to afford a median price single-family home. And $187,000 is a heavy lift. A lot of families rely on 2 incomes. And so for families that rely on 2 incomes, when you cancel that Friday school, you're basically getting a TV day for the kids. You're not getting a fun family 3-day weekend. You're not getting an early start on the fun. You're not getting family time. You're getting unsupervised time with your children at home. Or you can pay to have them supervised, right, by someone. You can get a nanny or daycare or something like that. Otherwise, if they're old enough, I think most families would end up just leaving the kid at home and telling him not to watch too much TV. And
at which point they would watch too much.
So
TV.
I don't know. We're kind of at cross purposes here. I feel like this is the kind of thing where some families would really, really love it, but for other families, it sounds like a nightmare. A 4-day school week sounds like a nightmare.
It would be probably some heavy lift on folks who are trying to figure some things out. There would probably be a little bit of a scramble for, I don't know. But again, maybe people who are. So this one does say, it says, I've heard it works well for the rural farming communities. Yeah.
I think you got to have a stay-at-home parent.
How much trouble are these kids going to get into now? There's a question from Steve. And then our buddy David Berg says, 4-day school week combined with a 4-day work week would be fantastic.
That would be great. I mean, if we, honestly, if we all worked 4 days a week, then having our kids going to school 4 days a week would be amazing. But that's just not. It's just not how it works.
I do agree that the family time is now so much more limited. I feel like it's just so much more limited. I wish we could get some back. I'm going to put on the state legislature to give us all. Make it all mandatory. Give us all Friday off, would you? More to go right on the corner. It's KSL Brightside.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. This is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Heather Peterson. KSL's top story this hour. As you've been hearing, the Iron County School District is opting to move to a 4-day school week for the 2027-2028 school year. After a lot of fierce opinions shared on both sides last night, the school board approved the measure with stipulations that they can move it back 1 year or pull the plan if it affects performance. Supporters say this is what the people want, as indicated by parent and teacher surveys, but opponents say this will have a negative impact on struggling students. Salt Lake County is considering fines and trail restrictions for people on e-bikes.
Certain types of e-bikes may need to avoid natural dirt pathways in the future, says Salt Lake County Council member Suzanne Harrison.
We want our trails to last forever and for everyone to have fun on our trails and be safe on our trails.
The proposed ordinance has 2 main points. First, throttle e-bikes that do not need to be pedaled for motor assistance will be banned on dirt trails. Second, riders who have pedal assist bikes could be fined $150 if they go over 20 miles per hour while on trails, public parks, or multi-use pathways. Yellow Fork and Butterfield Canyons were specific areas named where the ordinance might be put to use. The public can comment in next week's council meeting. Brianna Willis, KSL News Radio.
Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The BBC is reporting Prince Harry and Meghan are now officially back in Britain.
One of the reasons why they are making the move is because their children now have places in the schools that they want to get into. A source close to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex telling ABC News they haven't decided exactly how long they'll stay, only that it would be for an extended period of time. There is also the possibility that the Duchess would get back into acting. Now, Prince Harry will reportedly continue with his charity work, so we will most likely be seeing him out and about here in Britain.
That was ABC's Lama Hassan in London. Your money at this moment, the Dow is down 112 points, the S&P is down 1, and the NASDAQ is down 21. Coming up, more 90s and a chance of thunderstorms. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 2:02.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Hi, this is Doug Wright. I'm here with Monty from Connecticut Quality Water Systems of Salt Lake, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. And I was thinking the other day, Monty, that every water softener I've ever seen has a giant tank that holds bags and bags of water softener salt. Well, except one, the one I have in my home. And I picture this, my Connecticut has the little salt tank about the size of a paper shredder or a small trash can.
Well, Doug, that's because the Connecticut water softeners use so much less salt, an average of 70% less than other water softeners. So you don't need a tank that holds 6 or 8 bags of salt.
I love the fact that it's so easy to fill because I don't have to lift those bags up so high, and it seems like those bags of salt, well, they're getting heavier every year.
Yes, it does. When you're using 1 bag of salt for every 3 a regular water softener uses, there's no need for a large salt tank.
Tired of lifting those heavy salt bags to fill your giant water softener salt tank? Go to softwaterutah.com. That's softwaterutah.com.
Your best years aren't behind you. They're right here at Trio South Ogden. Discover independent living services that embrace aging as an opportunity to lean in, not step back. To pursue passions, not retire from purpose. Here, life is bright, colorful, and unapologetically fun. Move in, thrive on, because aging doesn't mean changing who you are. It means having more time to be exactly who you are. Schedule your tour today at triosouthodogton.com.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU, big on business, including commercial loans. Love where you bank. Here's Tito Nani.
Trouble-free drive continues on I-15 going both directions between Ogden and Provo. However, we do have a disabled vehicle going eastbound on the 201 freeway. It's just before the 215 junction in West Valley. It does look to be off to the right shoulder and out of traffic. Looking for a new ride? Doug Smith offers great savings on new and used vehicles. Big selection, great prices, and great people. Visit us in American Fork, Spanish Fork, Linden, or at heydoug.net. Tito Nani in the KSL Traffic Center.
Highs are expected to top out in the mid to upper 90s over the next 3 days with a slight chance of thunderstorms in the evening. Storm chances increase while temperatures drop to the mid 80s on Saturday and Sunday. Right now it's partly cloudy and 93 degrees. I'm Heather Peterson from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at ksl.com, we're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
For us, we bond at night over our favorite TV shows.
And Alex Curie.
Watching TV, but also staring at your phones? That's super romantic.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Okay, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. And KSL.com published a really super interesting article. And they listed out every single zip code. Now, this isn't like a map that you click on. This is just a list, which I really appreciated. And it is a list of every single zip code in the state of Utah and what the median home prices is.
Oh, no.
Which means Utah is now, just all of our news in the state of Utah is now going to be news for the 1%.
Okay, let's do it.
If your net worth is less than $10 million, don't even bother listening to our news for the 1%.
And normally it was like reserved for hot yacht talk. Hey, you're looking to get that fourth bathroom redone on that yacht of yours? Oh, is the support boat that follows your boat around not cool enough anymore? See, those were. Now it's like, hey, you want to buy a house in the state of Utah? You brought up something last hour when we were talking about how hard it is now for parents who you've got kids and you have to have two incomes. It seems like nowadays,
yeah.
Because what was the number? What was the insane number you threw out there last hour about how much you'd have to be able to buy a house in Salt Lake County now? Or Salt Lake City?
The median home price in Salt Lake County is $645,000.
That's insane.
That's the median home price.
That's crazy.
This is according to the Salt Lake Board of Realtors. I guess they would know. Now, following the traditional metrics of affordability, right? How much of your income you put towards housing, payment, taxes, utilities, things like that. Strictly speaking, in order to responsibly afford a $645,000 home means that you need $187,000 a year.
Think about how wild that is. Like,
that's crazy.
When you and I had to buy our first homes, think about somebody asking you to come up with $190,000 as your combined income for your first house that you guys were buying.
Well, and that's the thing is, I think most of us would feel really fortunate to hit that number as a combined income.
As like a goal for forever almost, too. Like you go, hey, because we did the median house, the median household income for the state of Utah is like $98,000, and we were both like, well,
that's pretty good.
They're getting up there.
Half of what you need.
But I know, but what they're asking is, hey man, you need to make $190,000 as a household now to afford the median household price of Salt Lake City. Okay, will you enlighten me on some of these zip codes then, because that's an insane number.
So the top of the list, these are numerical. Okay, these are numerical.
So it just goes by most expensive.
So apparently the smallest zip code we have is 84004. Which
you mean like the smallest is in like
the lowest number. It starts at 84004.
Okay.
84004 is Alpine.
Oh boy, can I guess?
Mm-hmm.
$797,000.
Oh, you got it right on. It's $1.5 million.
For the median household, median house.
Yeah, median household.
So then you're talking. Then you have to have $300,000 as your. Is that what we're saying?
Oh, I don't know how much you would need to be able to earn to afford a $1.5 million home.
Okay, let me ask.
I mean, we're dealing in numbers that are a little bit beyond me and really what I've ever thought where I might be.
Okay.
Look, guys like me, when guys like me hit these numbers,
I'm on this
it's because
calculator.
we won the lottery. That's how we get there.
I'm on this calculator.
Okay, tell me.
I'm on the calculator. The cost breakdown. To afford a $1.5 million house, you need a gross annual income between $345,000 and $430,000.
Yeah. So our largest zip code is 84664.
Which is
Mapleton.
Okay.
Take a guess at Mapleton.
Oh, largest is in geographic?
No, our largest is in biggest number.
Mapleton.
So we started at 84004.
That's the least?
No. Okay. All right. I'm not.
You're not explaining this.
I'm not explaining
at
this
all.
So they have this listed by zip code.
Yes.
So they start with 84004. 84004 is the first. Numerically, it's the smallest zip code we have. We go from 84004 to 84664.
So 664 is the largest. We haven't gone to 84755 yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
84664 is as high as this goes.
All right. Mapleton, though?
Mapleton. So,
okay.
And I'm not saying
Mapleton's
Mapleton.
a lot of money. Mapleton, you got to have some dough there. I'm going to
Yeah.
go $850,000.
Oh, $800,451.
See?
Median condo price $432.
Condo.
Gosh. All right. So let me look at some places where you have lived. So you have lived.
Salt Lake City.
Is it more fair to say that you lived in Payson or Salem? Because you were down there.
Salem was technically. So we were. Woodland Hills is technically in the Salem. Is technically in the Salem zip code.
84653.
84653. That's right. That's where we lived.
Where do you think that is?
650,000.
Oh, you're a little low. 719.
Okay.
Let's see. You lived in Provo briefly, right?
That was when I was in college. Yeah.
So there are 3 zip codes in Provo. I'll pick the highest, the
biggest, the
toniest
number.
neighborhood. 84604. That is the highest priced neighborhood in Provo. How much do you think?
$950.
$673.
Oh,
why would Provo be more than Mapleton?
Because I think that there is inside of each of those zip codes. There's a lot of student housing that is not going to be. That's going to bring that number down.
Oh, this is single family. This is single family. Price,
though. Even then though, like you're still talking.
Yeah.
This is a mostly college town.
What was your zip code in Salt Lake?
84108.
84108. Okay, got it. 84108, Salt Lake City. This is where you guys used to live.
Yes.
Gosh, maybe you should have stayed there.
850.
990.
Yeah.
990. So you're getting close here.
That's all. That's East Bench. The East Bench people are throwing that off.
So of the Salt Lake City zip codes. Let me find the highest
Where's
one.
Federal Heights?
It doesn't list it by. It doesn't get that granular.
I just don't know what Federal Heights would be. Federal Heights, because Federal Heights would also include the avenues. I'm assuming too.
So the top Salt Lake City zip code is 956, and I think that's probably Federal Heights.
You're talking about besides
the
108. So 84108 was the most expensive one.
No, 84108 was
990.
Oh yeah, 990. So that was it. Yeah.
Jeez.
So it's Foothill.
Yeah, but that's like Hogle Zoo. Right. That's like St. Mary's.
Yeah, it's going to include
nice.
all that.
Oh, I think that's Harvard Yale too. Technically, those people were in a different.
Oh, Harvard Yale.
Oh no. Actually, you know what it is? Because I don't know if Harvard Yale is, but I know for sure Country Club is. Country Club's in that vibe.
Yeah.
You can't sniff anything.
No,
for less than
you
$2 million
say goodbye to that.
It's like, hey, my grandma had this house. It has the pink bathroom from 1971. We'll take your offers at $2.7 million. But it is 1,300 square feet.
All right, we got one here. They're asking about American Fork 84003.
Okay.
Let's see here. 84003.
84003. What do you have?
84003. That's not on here.
Uh-oh.
Why isn't it on here?
84003?
Yeah,
that's low.
They don't have it.
That doesn't seem like the real number.
I don't know, but it's not on here at all. So I don't know. Maybe they left some numbers out, but
they probably did.
They probably did.
Well, you know what it is? Or maybe it's one of those up-and-coming zip codes that they had to create for one of those new neighborhoods. If you're down there in Utah County, there's no way you're beating the Alpine. What's Draper then? What's like a Draper zip code?
Oh, let me scroll and see if I can
mean?
find one. So 84020 is a zip code in Draper. 925,000.
925.
is the
That's
median
high.
single-family
That is
home.
high, yes.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can. Because if you look around, you know what would be another big one? This is a fun game. I know that people are probably going, what are they doing? We're going by zip code of how much a house is, median cost of a house. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Give me this number and tell me it's not insane. 84049. 84049.
84049. It's not on here.
What?
Yeah, I don't have it.
How do you not have? Okay.
Let's see here. Someone else texted in and said their country club, and they're 84109.
Oh, so it's right there. Maybe it's right next to it.
So, yeah, so they're very, very close. Let me see if I can see. 84109 is 893.
Oh, you guys wish.
84109 is.
Oh, you wish you were as good as us at 84108. Come on.
And
Country
then Federal
Club.
Heights is 84103.
Okay.
So this is the text information we're getting from the texter. 84103 is Federal Heights, and it is
Avenues, too.
956,000.
That's avenues too.
Yeah. So those are big numbers.
Okay, here you go. What about Heber City? 84032.
84032.
Or 36. 84036.
I don't have 032 or 36.
All right.
No.
This must
so
just
we're
be-
missing some.
We're missing some of them.
Yeah, we're missing some of them, but
Because I asked you the first one of that number, and it was Midway. Because I bet Midway is over the $1 million mark. Has to be.
we got someone.
What about Park City, dude? What about Park City?
Well, I haven't looked that far. I mean, I've been following the numbers that have been texted in here.
Okay,
but
here's
I know
one
we
for
have
you.
to. I know we have to take a break here.
060. 060.
060?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
let me look. 060. They don't have it. I wonder why they're missing some of these. All right, we got a text or someone reporting that says they think there's a fire up in Ogden. Give us a minute to check that out, and we'll get back to you on that. But thanks so much for the text alerting us to that. So we'll check it out right now.
We will. Let's go to break. We'll come back. We have more around the corner. There is your news for the 1%. And when we do come back, we have tons to still talk about. I have for you some retail therapy. You might be shopping for a car. Maybe the next move is to buy it from a rental car company, but hear me out, because one of them is making an insane warranty that might make it worth you actually deciding, you know what, I'll get one of these rental cars that somebody jumped off of a cliff. Stay right here. More to go. It's KSL Brightside.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
If you've saved more than $300,000, there's one thing you can do now that can make your savings go twice as far in retirement, and it's tax planning. That's right. Tax planning could significantly reduce the taxes on your IRA and 401k withdrawals, Social Security benefits, and other investment income. Find out how much money you could save with a free retirement tax savings analysis from the good people at Boss Retirement Solutions. To schedule your free analysis, call 801-896-9622. Tax planning for retirement could reduce your taxes not just for 1 year, but for the rest of your life. And the savings could be 6 figures. Let's find out how much money you could save. Call 801-896-9622. 801-896-9622.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. Advisory services offered through Boss Retirement Advisors and SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products and services offered through Boss Retirement Solutions.
The Children's Center Utah provides a unique service in our communities by meeting the needs of very young children and their caregivers. Here's another Little Minds Big Hope message from Dr. Jennifer Mitchell, the Children's Center Vice President of Clinical Strategy and Innovation.
Did you know frequent or intense tantrums can sometimes mean a child is feeling overwhelmed emotionally? Young children often show stress through behavior. Find out more at childrencenterutah.org.
Minda, there's a lot of different companies that promise results, but there's very few that you can see the results. Soda Diet and Nutrition is one of those that you will see the results and you just can't deny it.
I mean, you can lose 15 to 20 pounds in a month.
In a month.
In 4 weeks.
And this is why it's so awesome that Soda has extended their 4 weeks free offer. until the end of August. So you can have that. You can get ready for holiday season. You will look great going into holiday season.
I lost 37 pounds in a little more than 3 months, and I've kept it off for 4 years. So do you want long-term success and long-term feeling great? Think of soda.
Yeah, and I lost 70 pounds in 5 months. It can be done, and it feels great. You have more energy, your clothes fit you better, and you just feel confident about a lot of things.
And if you don't want to take our word for it, go look on Google. There are over 10,000 fantastic Google reviews of soda.
Just call 866-800-SOTA to speak with a degreed nutritionist or go to sotadietnutrition.com because soda is, say it with me, Amanda,
state of the art.
Progressive presents a guided meditation.
Hear the birds sing. A chipmunk nibbling on an acorn. Smell the pine needles gently falling into your living room as the breeze blows through the gaping hole in your roof. Gaze up at that broken tree branch and relax because you bundled your home and auto with Progressive and have the peace of mind of 24/7 protection. So relaxing.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time. Like on Wash and Wax, you can get 3 Meguiar's products for just $20. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Slightly better than your AI chatbot on KSL News Radio.
Okay, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. And yes, we are chasing down, the newsroom's chasing down that your text. Appreciate it. Someone texted in a tip. There might be a fire up in Ogden. So if someone sees the smoke, you can help us get a little closer. Maybe drop us a text, 575-00. Sometimes we rely on that because if there's one person who's not interested, if there's a group of people who are not interested in talking with the media during a fire, it's firefighters. So sometimes you kind of have to rely on things like, I see smoke. And then, and we chase it down.
And then they roll their eyes and go, gosh, the radio freaking guys.
Just media.
Did you guys hear about that fire? And they're like, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear this. Let me guess. Ethan Millard again.
Yeah.
He obsesses.
Is it that guy?
Oh, let me guess. It was lightning caused. Oh, let me guess. It was human caused.
I've kind of gotten into the fire coverage this year for sure.
You have. And
but
you're
it's
all
been
about
really important.
And you're all about talking about who caused it. You're all like, oh, where can I point fingers?
Don't you think that's important?
No. Put it out. Put the fire out, and then we'll figure it out.
All right.
It was, lightning caused. It was Mother Nature, right, baby? That was you. That was my impersonation of you. All right, Millard, I saw this story, and I saw it. Look, we got a couple of, I'm not in the market for a car, but I'm always like, you know me. I'm always looking at cars. If you ask me, KSL.com, the KSL Classifieds has this awesome game that they've done. It's a brilliant idea because it gets you on their website and clicking around, which you don't have to convince me twice to go to KSL Classifieds and click around anyway, but especially when it comes to cars. But they have this awesome game that includes all of the classifieds that it's a pricing game that you guess prices on stuff all day. And I'm absolutely clueless when it comes to. They're like, chandelier from 1977, and it looks like this. It's got Pizza Hut on it, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, $1,000. They're like, no, 14. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But if it's a car, just from the descriptor, I can almost always get within a couple $1,000s because I'm just like, I'm right there.
You've got it down.
I've got it down. I know all the cars and makes and models and all that, and so. The car stuff is really, really interesting to me, and a rental car company is doing something, at least I've been told, they're doing something that sounds pretty darn interesting. Let's all kick it off here with some retail therapy here as we get you going.
Soothing your depression with the best new products from your doom scroll. It's time for retail therapy.
Okay, here are the details. Hertz. So rental car companies will sell their fleet, right? They'll sell them as used cars.
Sure.
So Hertz is saying that if you buy one of their certified used cars for one of its lots or from Hertz online, if you buy it directly from
and
them.
they've always sold rental cars.
Always.
I feel like. Yeah.
They say that they will offer, this is something they announced this week, they announced it yesterday, that they will offer a 3-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty at no additional charge. Now, that's pretty interesting for them to offer this on
rental cars.
I know,
because there is part of me that, I mean, I abused that rental car that we had in Hawaii. I took the side mirror off just to feel again. You know what I mean?
You just clipped that concrete barrier.
No, it was one of those floppy stander upper ones. Boop, 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 you know?
Yeah. No, I remember the story, yeah.
So we ended up having
when you're out there vandalizing the island of Hawaii?
Well, you know what we found out? My wife is smart and she does things right. Amex, the card that we have through Amex, we rented it through this Amex card and they had extra coverage.
Oh, did they?
We got bailed out.
Nice.
Yeah. So we got lucky, but.
Is it pretty nice living in the Amex set, the American Express crowd? Pretty nice, huh?
You got me onto it. Have you upgraded to the business class yet? I'm like, no, I haven't yet. So 3 years, 100,000-mile warranty on a rental car.
Yeah. Jeff Adams, who's the executive vice president of Hertz Car Sales, says consumers are keeping vehicles longer and placing greater importance on reliability, protection, and long-term value. A 100,000-mile protection reflects our commitment to helping customers buy and own their next vehicle with greater confidence. Do you know what the average age of a car on the U.S. roads? The average age. All the cars together, what's the average age?
I'd say they're 15 years old. I'd say 2012.
You're pretty close.
The
average age is 13 years old.
Okay.
That's the average age of the car out
see
there.
that? Yeah.
So there you go. So Hertz, stepping in here and, offering this. Now, they did say select cars. So I guess they're not going to offer it on literally
Well, they said they're
anything.
certified pre-owned ones. So ones they feel confident that they're not going to have to pay out on, probably. So, but still, I'm going to be honest, like one of the attractive things about electric car sales still is that the U.S. government at some point mandated some crazy warranty for the powertrain on the electric cars, and so like we're living in some crazy world. I think it's a 10-year, 120,000-mile warranty, which means that we are in a good spot not the powertrain, on the battery.
Yeah,
which is obviously the biggest expense. If the battery on the car that I drive right now, the e-tron that I drive, it's not worth. It might be worth half of what a full battery replacement is. Like the full car itself is worth about like if I went in and go, hey man, I need a full new battery on this thing, they would be like, that's worth more than what the car is.
Yeah,
they definitely would.
They would junk it.
It'd be toast.
Yeah,
but they'd have to replace it because it's under 120,000 miles, under 10 years, whatever.
Yeah.
But if I was to go through and do that, now I don't think that the actual battery itself is worth that much, but I think that when you take it in and go, hey, how much would service and a battery replacement on this be if I was paying out of pocket on it? So the warranties matter. When I heard used car and a warranty for three years, and it's not an extra 100,000, but I'm assuming if they're selling you one, it's 3 years. It's going to be up to the 100,000 mile mark of the car. It's not going to be 100,000 miles.
I think it is 3 years or 100. I think it's 3 years or 100,000 miles
from the day you get it.
When you get it, yeah, I think so. That's kind of my understanding.
That's pretty good.
That's what I'm inferring. It doesn't say that specifically, but I guess that's worth asking.
If you buy a used car, almost always it just says as is at the lot.
Yeah.
Now, if you buy a used car that's still under the manufacturer's warranty, obviously that's the only time that they'll still honor a warranty. This could get them in the game of selling a lot more cars, though.
Speaking of cars, yes. We've known for a long time that probably the greatest vehicle that's ever been offered in America that developed for Americans, really, offered in America.
Is this your Honda Accord?
The greatest lifestyle vehicle there's ever been is the minivan.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
So the minivan is the greatest lifestyle vehicle that there has ever been.
I never allowed myself to go over to that side of fully.
You know.
But I recognize, that I recognize.
Yes.
Man, I'm like, you guys in the minivans, you have it right, but I can't do it.
According to Scripps News, sales of minivans in the U.S. increased by 21% in 2025. The rest of the auto market grew only by 2%. Minivans increased by 21%. Do you know why that is? It's because of what an amazing car they are.
I know.
There has never been a vehicle that has been more perfectly suited to its purpose.
When I do a rental car, it's always a minivan, and I go, gosh, these are nice.
Yeah.
And then I go, kids, don't ever tell anybody when we get home that I love this minivan. It has nothing to do with
Why haven't you done it? Why haven't you just gotten a minivan, dude?
You know what? We're going to be van.
They were made for you. They were made for you.
They don't have enough seats, to be quite honest. That's why I think our next car is going to go. I'm going to go full 1990s on it, and my feed is unfortunately just chock full of them.
The big vans.
The conversion van. It's the one. It's not just. It's not like the Mormon assault vehicle.
You're talking about like the panel van.
I'm talking about the ones that have like the extended roof on them and they got a TV. But like the kids that grew up and they had like that 40 Econoline that was converted into.
Oh yeah.
Like captain's chairs and all
with
that
the carpet.
So they do those now brand new.
Yeah,
they do them now brand new.
You think you can do one of those?
And I can't get a brand new one, but if I bought one with like 50,000 miles on it already, that has the captain's chairs in every row and then the big TV in it. And you put the shades down. It's basically a mini RV.
Yeah. They're very cool.
I think that's the next move for us.
They're very cool. Yeah, I can see that.
The conversion van has become a thing. The minivan, I will not poo-poo the minivan. Somebody can make suggestions out there, but if there's not a, I don't think there are 8 and 9 passenger minivans out there. It's like they only have captain's chairs now in all the rows, and I want to get one of those big old conversion vans.
Well, people are rediscovering the minivan. Sales up 21% in 2025.
Look,
so,
people went away from it. They're like, oh, it's not cool anymore. But you know who's buying them? The dads are. It's the dads are on board. The dads are buying in again. And so when that happens, the wives are rejoicing because the dads go, yeah, you know what? I'll do the minivan. Okay. We've got news, traffic, and weather right now. We'll come back. We've got more around the corner. When we continue, guess what we have here? I've got myself the NFL players who have died between 2016 and 2021 and that have had CTE, at least 1 in 4. We'll talk about that, what the new study shows of what these athletes who have donated their brains to science after they've passed away have taught us about what these American football players have been experiencing during the time before death. We've got more to go. Stay right here with us. It is KSL Brightside.
It's 2:31 at KSL News Radio. I'm Spencer Mahan. KSL's top local story this hour. Meta, the parent company of apps like Facebook and Instagram, has agreed to pay out roughly $17 billion to resolve a lawsuit with dozens of states that include Utah. Utah is set to receive $212 million. And State Attorney General Derek Brown says he doesn't know for sure what that will be spent on just yet.
But I can promise you that I will do my best to advocate for those funds, those hundreds of millions of dollars being used to address a lot of the problems that social media has caused.
Meta is also agreeing to create more safety and time limit features for children on their apps. Experts say home prices in major metro areas like Salt Lake City are leading more people to look elsewhere for a better deal. Realtor.com analysts say just in the first quarter of 2026, 7 out of 10 home buyers in the Salt Lake City market have chosen to move elsewhere to get a cheaper home. And they say the number one place they're moving to is Ogden. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Law enforcement in Montana investigating a mass shooting outside of Billings, Montana last weekend. A man fatally shooting 8 of his relatives, including 4 children, as they gathered for Sunday dinner. Ken O'Connell, the Yellowstone County Sheriff, says this touches the entire Billings community.
This is a tragic loss. I keep using the word tragic this week, but I don't think tragic is a strong enough word for this. It's worse than that.
The victim spanned 4 generations from a great-grandmother in her 90s to a 7-year-old girl. Your money at this moment, The Dow was down 113 points, the S&P down 1, and the NASDAQ down 21. Coming up next, it's going to be a warm one. Your KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:33.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
My friend Joey means well.
Always remember that the early bird gathers no moss.
But he gets a little confused.
You know, you can't make a silk purse out of a wooden nickel.
Like Joey, many of us can be confused when it comes time to plan for retirement. When to take Social Security, how to use that 401k, what about the stock market, taxes, and Medicare? Todd Kim at Galileo Wealth Management can help to simplify retirement planning. His goal is to have you walk into retirement with confidence, not worry, and to address the number one concern among retirees today, the fear of running out of money. Call Galileo Wealth today for a no-cost, no-obligation meeting to talk about the details of your retirement. 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online, GalileoWealth.com. And remember,
one man's trash is thicker than water. Of course, water's not thick at all. It's watery.
Amanda, every business needs IT help. And sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff. But sometimes you don't, or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure. So both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Big on business, including sweep accounts. Love where you bank. Hey, Tito, how are we looking out there?
Well, we're starting to pick up the pace on I-15 as we're halfway through the 2 o'clock hour. Seeing delays start to build on southbound I-15. It's from the south interchange down towards 90th South. Northbound looks to be in good shape, but be aware of slowdowns approaching 6 South in downtown Salt Lake. And we got a crash on eastbound Highway 189 by Deer Creek Reservoir. It's blocking the left lane out in Wasatch County. Tito Nani in the KSL Traffic Center.
Thank you, Tito. It's going to be a warm one today, mid to upper 90s for today, tomorrow, and Friday going into your weekend. It's going to get down into the low 80s. Partly cloudy and 95 is what we have outside of Broadcast House in downtown Salt Lake. I'm Spencer Mahan from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. You can listen online at KSL.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
The average American checks their phones hundreds of times a day now.
And Alex Curie.
Those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those numbers up.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Curie. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Just a couple of segments left, and boy, we have covered a ton of things. It's been fine. It's been fine.
What does that mean? You haven't enjoyed the show today?
No, I've enjoyed it.
I think it's been a fine show.
Unusual number of serious topics today. That's all.
What?
We've lacked some of the whimsy.
Oh, okay. Incoming toot jokes
for
Ethan, just to get Ethan through the day.
What I'm trying to say is, will you please be funnier for the next two segments? That's what I'm trying to say.
I thought that a 4-day school week, phenomenal topic. Okay?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
What else did we do?
Listen.
Oh, the meta settlement? Oh, we settled your hash on the meta settlement.
I just thought about this. So these are all great topics. These are all newsworthy topics.
You need more Filet-O-Fish stories.
Well,
I get it.
I'm just realizing that as we kind of move into the segment, we really have been covering a lot of kind of serious things today, because our next topic is a new study on CTE and NFL players.
Oh,
which is kind of puts us right back in there. But let's talk through it though, because this is really interesting. We're both big football fans.
Yes,
big football fans. You played football, right? You played football.
Yeah.
And so I'm more of a late
my
comer.
kids are playing it too, and
everyone's watching this. So there's a new study that by the British Medical Journal. They studied NFL players. They found that at a minimum, between the NFL players who died between 2016 and 2021, at least 25% had CTE. Now, CTE, of course, is a degenerative brain disease. It can trigger changes in mood, behavior, thinking. It is devastating, right? Devastating disease to have. At least 25% of them had CTE. Now the researchers are saying, look, because they've got some qualifications with this number, they're saying, okay, at least 25% had CTE. It could be as much as 97%. Realistically, it's going to be somewhere in the middle. But they know it was at least 25%. The maximum possible prevalence is 97%. So they think it's going to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But it is devastating. Now, the problem that they're having with the research is that CTE can only be diagnosed after death, because they've got to get their hands on your brain. And they've got to be able to take it apart and test it.
I wonder if I wonder how many athletes are amenable to this.
Well,
I don't know what the reality is of who wants to. I'm going to donate. I see periodically in the news where they'll say, "Hey, these high profile former NFLers or NFLers who are currently in it go, hey, I'm going to donate my brain as soon as my career's over." And that's a hard thing to try to nail down, because
as soon as their life is over, not their career.
Oh, sorry. No. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, as soon as they're done, they go, hey, I'm going to donate my brain to science. Now, KSL News Radio's McKenna Rodriguez did a story on this and got some expert thoughts on it. And here's what that story had to say.
The study looked at the brains of every former NFL player that died from 2016 to 2021. 215 people of the 828 studied suffered from CTE, which is about 25%. Emily Dennis, neurology professor at the U, says CTE is only diagnosable at autopsy, and the symptoms are similar to Alzheimer's.
Issues with memory, with emotion regulation, that's one of the ones that gets people's personality changes, or when they seem to be more aggressive.
Dennis says professional players in high-contact sports like football and hockey are more likely to suffer, rather than a teenager who plays in their free time. McKenna Rodriguez, KSL News Radio.
So thanks, McKenna. This is very, very good. And one of the things to note, and this is part of the problem with this kind of study, is that they rely on these brains being donated. So they can only analyze the brains that were donated. Now, who donates the brains? Who do you think is most likely to donate their family member's brain to a CTE study?
The ones who feel like that they're having some of these symptoms and they're like, okay, I'm going to get this thing to change. And but it's a great point that I'm assuming you're making, which is there's a lot that are out there that might not be symptomatic, but they will be absolutely, their brains will have.
They might not be symptomatic in the same way, but also you run the risk then of not knowing exactly how many have CTE, because the only brains that are given to you are the ones where the families think they might have CTE.
Right. Yep.
And so you can see they're working with a really tricky set of numbers here where they have real data, but you can tell they're struggling with it a little bit on how to interpret the data, but it's a real risk, and we've known this for some time.
And the NFL is interesting because I think that they are trying to do a better job of at least. I mean, they've been beat up over this thing. Like they look like the bad guys who are forcing.
Well,
people
their sport gives you brain damage. Yeah, I mean, this is a massive problem for them.
It's a huge problem for them that in the sense that I feel like that they are not acknowledging it as much as, I mean, you had the movie.
Are we all, is this a problem for all of us though? Because it feels like we're all not acknowledging this because, so the NFL is doing their thing, right?
Yeah.
But you know who's there?
Ethan's like, anyway, I just signed up for NFL Sunday Ticket and I'm watching every game.
Yes. So we're the ones that are that are in the stands. We're the ones that are watching on TV and we see these guys getting hit and we're like, ooh, big hit. That was amazing. But every one of those contributes to the CTE problem. And so, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good point. You're the problem.
Is it possible I'm the problem?
You're the problem.
Is it possible this is my fault?
As soon as
I kind of felt like this might be my fault.
As soon as we all acknowledge that Ethan is the problem, and by the way, this is one of the things that Americans look forward to the most is the next 3 weeks here.
Football is
football
amazing.
Fires up. And if you think that the high levels of college football are not experiencing this, what's interesting is that we put this at the feet of the NFL.
Not the students.
Well, we certainly don't do it at the collegiate level. We go, yeah, that's an NFL. You get it in the NFL. Even though they are playing NFL level football basically in the SEC, in the Power Four conferences, and they go, oh, it's all NFL. But the reality is that
there are more protections in college football.
And it's not just
college football is
slightly
safer than the NFL.
Okay.
Slightly safer than the NFL.
All right. Well,
there are things that are not allowed. There are things that are done, and the NFL is doing this too, right? The NFL has adopted rules, and look what's happened. Look what's happened look at the NFL rules regarding quarterbacks. We see a visible change in the NFL. Quarterbacks are playing longer.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
I mean, we had how many quarterbacks have we had playing to 40 now?
They are not
over the last little while.
You are getting punished, and they are actually getting punished monetarily when you're making the hits that are like the helmet to helmet. The NFL, they'll just straight up send out last year I was doing a show with Harvey Longy, who played in the NFL linebacker for a while, played at Utah and at BYU, and he was like, my first weekend, I mean, you're battling, right? And when you are like a fringe 53-man roster guy, you're battling to stay on that roster to make that money. He was like, the first weekend I get done, I get a FedEx envelope in my locker, and I'm thinking to myself, this is my first paycheck. Mm-hmm. But it was that you found out it was like this NFL, like the overnight letter. They overnight lettered you your fines.
Oh,
and he had a hit that was not flagged in the game as an unsportsmanlike, but they were like, hey, we reviewed the film and you hit that guy helmet to helmet. It was a dangerous hit. Anyway, $7,500.
Oh, geez.
Right. And $7,500.
He doesn't even know that he's on the roster yet.
Well, and he had made the team, but a $7,500 fine for a player who is going to get the league minimum, which is a lot, but at the same time, like, it's different. Like,
yeah,
you're like waiting for that first check to clear, and him and his wife were like, please, we got to start getting paid here.
Yeah.
When they got hit with that first fine, he said, I remember my wife and I got it and we cried. Like, we were in tears because it was like, we don't have this money right now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm in the NFL, we're in the red, and it's a crazy thing to hear. And the whole thing is because they're trying to protect the players, and they are trying to make sure that they are not leading with the head. It used to be the machismo of, hey, let's make that tackle and look how awesome I am.
But those are the kind of things though they're going to pay dividends.
And those days are over now. I think of making it like, oh, it is such a cool, like, what a cool thing that you blasted that guy when he didn't see you coming. Now the blindside hit, the helmet-to-helmet hit, the unsportsmanlike hit in the NFL, because they don't have targeting in the NFL. They have unsportsmanlike hits. And those aren't just behind the scenes. You don't see this. You're fined actually for that hit too. Sometimes you'll get those big numbers that you're fined with. Other times it just flies under the radar. You didn't get the penalty for it, and you get that fine for that hit that you made on Sunday.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, they're finding
I didn't
guys.
know that.
And it is, I think that actually makes more of an impact where you go, hey, you got you got $4,500 coming out. It's an automatic $7,500 for that kind of a hit. And he was like, I went down there and it's what kept me on the team. People are like, what an amazing play. And then the NFL goes, we looked at the footage. It looks like you hit him illegally and we're going to fine you, even though you didn't get penalized for it in the game.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, that's interesting. But I think, though, things like that will pay dividends. And I wonder if with some of these changes that we've got, like the targeting and things like that, unsportsmanlike hit, I wonder if we'll see reduced rates of CTE.
Hopefully. I think that we're not looking in college as much as we probably should.
Otherwise,
players in college now are I think that you're going to start seeing guys who have this because of my brother played in college, and I swear, like the amount of hits that guy played middle linebacker in college in Division I football. Like,
you think he's got
way,
CTE?
I don't know, but like, there's no way that it only turns on as soon as you hit the NFL. There's just no way.
Well, there's always Plan B. As Steve texted in here to 57500, flag football, here we come. So there's Plan B, flag football.
Yeah. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We have our AI question of the day. We'll get you ready for Utah's afternoon news. More to go. Stay with us. It is KSL Brightside.
It's time to get sewing again with special discounts and super savings in August on Bernina machines and accessories at Dave's Bernina in St. George and Provo.
Find out about the new products to be released in the upcoming weeks. Special pre-order pricing on the all-new Bernina 790 Ultra, 580 and 495 Liberty Editions, and the Bernina 660 and 620 Surgers.
Come in and test drive their sewing machines.
The Bernina 990, 770 Pro, and 570 are on sale, featuring free accessory bundles worth from $2,900 up to $4,600.
All new Berninas come with a 5-year warranty and free classes.
48 months, 0% interest on specific machine purchases.
And at Dave's Bernina, they service all brands. August means big savings at Dave's Bernina, 691 East St. George Boulevard and 2017 North, 550 West in Provo.
Dave's Bernina. Here's your chance to win some awesome prizes. From big-time sports action to a night of classic rock, KSL has your chance to score some incredible experiences. Enter for your chance to see the Utah Royals or Real Salt Lake, or rock out with Styx in Chicago at Aerofest at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. Whether you're a sports fan, a music fan, or just a fan of winning, there's something waiting for you. Head to ksl.com/win. Get entered and good luck.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Wilson with Any Hour Services, and if you have a drain that's clogged or backed up, after you've tried the plungers and products, the next step usually involves some kind of drain snake or cabling equipment. You see, sometimes the blockage is far enough down the line that you need special equipment that most homeowners just don't have. That's where the Drains Department at Any Hour Services can help. A drain snake can clear most blockages and get the water flowing again, and clearing blocked drains is what our Drains Department does day in and day out. So if you're a homeowner with a drain line that's clogged or backed up and you'd like one of our drain technicians to come and snake the line for you, it's only $29. Yep, you heard that right. Any Hour Services will snake any drain line with normal access for only $29. Sinks, showers, tubs, toilets, floor drains, laundry drains, even that sewer main line that connects to the city. We'll snake any line for just $29. For help with your drain issues, call Any Hour Services at 801-443-7700. You can Google Any Hour Services. You can even schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. We read the headlines so you sound smart at dinner on KSL News Radio.
Yes, we do read the headlines. Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And among those headlines, if you want to sound smart at dinner, the zebra mussel has been detected in Utah's section of the Colorado River. It's spreading. They found DNA fragments from the zebra mussels near Potash Boat Ramp, which is nearly 15 miles downstream of Moab. That's according to the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources. And they also had an infestation on the Colorado upstream of the Utah-Colorado border near Loma. They've been a massive issue, of course, at Lake Powell. I mean, they've just been wrecking the place at Lake Powell. And it costs the zebra mussels and the quagga mussels cost between the two of them cost billions of dollars in water infrastructure damage every single year. It can also alter ecosystems because they're filtering the water, and that can harm the local ecosystem. So they say it's not clear how the zebra mussel entered the river, but usually it's boaters who are not following the rules. So good job, guys. We did it.
I thought you were going a different direction. Zebra mussel sounds like something that Market Street would be. It sounds like something that we didn't know we had. Yeah. By the way, humans, they have this other mussel we didn't know about. It's in part of the oblique system. It's the
zebra mussels.
It's the zebra mussel, and it's
anyway. We found a bunch of them over by Moab.
Or come on down to Market Street Grill this month where the zebra mussel is.
Zebra Mussel Fest.
I just wonder. Anyway, all right. Ethan, we've got our daily dose here where we're going to ask AI to figure some things out here for us. And so let's do it. It's our AI question of the day.
When Google just isn't enough and thinking for yourself is just too hard, here's your AI question of the day.
Good old AI.
All right, so I've got a thing that one of the things we've been wondering about is whether or not AI can be helpful in all the things. And so I asked Copilot this question. What's something we should never let our listeners ask AI to do for us? Because we're trying to protect you out there.
Yeah.
We're essentially a listener protection program.
Yeah.
We're looking out for our listeners.
Yeah.
What's something that we should never let our listeners ask AI to decide for them?
Okay.
And that goes for you and I would assume, and for Becky, who's in the room.
Sure.
Don't let AI decide these things for you. It says, don't let AI decide these things for your listeners or yourselves. Who to marry? Check.
Why not?
Just go with the flow here.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
It didn't give me any reasons.
I just wonder of all the things.
I would say, too, that there are probably people asking AI right now as we speak, what are some pros and cons of this guy that I'm dating right now? It has to be happening, right?
You know what AI is going to do? Probably give you more of an analysis of your relationship than you have ever thought to yourself. So,
well, that's probably the problem, though, right? Where they go, you've overanalyzed this. This is why you're not married, Ethan. Come on.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you are, but
barely,
you see what I'm saying?
Barely.
Well, at this point, too, you're in and you're not. It's just like, well, I'm not getting out now.
It's a momentum now.
asking AI whether you should have kids.
Okay.
Okay. It says don't ask AI for your kids' names, actually. Now, that's another AI question that I bet that a million people are doing today here in the state of Utah. They're like, what are some good names for kids out there? Got it. Do not ask AI. This is all relationship-based, I feel like.
Yeah.
Whether you should get divorced. I would say that is a heavy question to ask artificial intelligence for, though.
I mean, there are so many conversation boards you could go to instead. That's so better.
Hey, listen, I could go to the comment section all day at KSL.com about this. I don't need AI. I'll let these weird strangers figure it out for me.
So I just went ahead and asked AI.
Oh, no. Should I get divorced?
Should I get divorced?
They're all from your radio partner?
And I'll tell you, here's why you don't ask. It's not because you shouldn't ask. It's because they're not going to be very helpful.
Well, they're chipper about it.
They're
like, that's a great question.
This is what they said.
That's a fun question, Ethan.
Deciding to get a divorce is a deeply personal choice. So already they're trying to, all right, I'm just going to follow up here. I asked for a yes or no.
What'd they say?
No, AI cannot make this decision.
Oh, okay.
For me. All right.
There you go.
There you go. Those decline.
Ethan, here are some other ones that says don't inquire that are not relationship based. What tattoo to get? All right.
Okay.
Whether or not to forgive somebody. That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Whether to quit or take a job. That's interesting. I feel like that's a frivolous one that you should be able to ask.
Yeah.
Or whether to go non-contact with a loved one. Jeez. Yeah, I don't think you should ask AI
They
that,
do
actually.
realize therapists are a thing, right? Like, that exists.
Human conversations exist.
Not for much longer, apparently.
All right, coming up next, you already heard her voice. Becky Bruce taking over on Utah's Afternoon News. Stay right here with us on KSL News Radio.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
It's 3 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Becky Bruce, in for Jeff Kaplan today. Right now, you got partly cloudy skies and 95 degrees. KSL's top story. Meta says it will change the way kids use Facebook and Instagram thanks to a settlement with Utah and other states. We have live team coverage beginning with KSL News Radio's Eric Cabrera. Eric?
Becca, Meta has agreed to pay up to $18 billion and make changes aimed at protecting kids after settling a lawsuit involving Utah and dozens of other states. KSL News Radio's Adam Small explains what's changing.
The lawsuit claimed Meta created features on their apps designed to addict kids to them, which negatively impacted their mental health. The company is now not only agreeing to pay out a huge amount of money, but also make major changes to their apps designed to protect children. Those include limiting push notifications on school days, blocking access to their apps in the middle of the night, and doing age verification.
Division of Consumer Protection Commerce Commissioner Margaret Bussey says the algorithmic change is a big deal. This makes it so Meta can't collect and use the child's information to manipulate their social media feed.
Now teens will have an option to choose a non-personalized home feed. This is huge. Now, this is not by default. So this is something that parents can go and choose for their kids, or teens can choose. So we would highly recommend doing this.
Some of those changes are exactly what Utah lawmakers have been pushing for a long time. State Representative Jordan Tusher has worked for years on legislation aimed at putting guardrails on social media for kids.
These safety features are exactly the things that we were asking for them from the very beginning.